to me until Monsefre Maravi, Sabiana Sajumadiana, and Asara Hosam Esianum, Nana Ado Dankwa Akufu Ado Abresono, ABC, Emma Jumadia, Abayi Equakwe, phase 1 no, Mampani, Nana Dankwa Kufado, and Abai, to one more phase 2 no, Fofian Tota Wefra Baimuno, and I want to mean ya. John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana, say phase 2 no, womu Chessica, Eddie Aquaque, na anopay, and no one qua and so toya, and as a Zoidiano, or how Abahon Minia Elvis Kwame or Sai Mensa da Pa. A year I have for no south west constituency, and I know Nansanas and Nana in the Ensia Toyano, Bebato Ura constituency, Sukua Debe Diasa, about 30 schools, and a swapper, our Honomoa. Just a new member of parliament, local parliament. Na onya busumi nukra za busumi ensa. Amza de busumi nua ene day. Na asamkesi say as you the constituency no. Menya sure national disaster bia HRD we. And so I was expecting say enka the coordinating director through the Ashanti regional minister Ebebo Mampeni Amanye. Nenka were making a major statement about that, and I said the Ashanti regional minister Nusum ya better nka na onoso so akwakotu na mobi edefrio. Education minister utie ya catch and I said e na mafiliasu AUS today say school be diasa about 30 schools ewo for no south west constituency and omudan so apa kroba akokra de ezebro new chrome and I said what chrome kroba akokra de em say about half of the community no amount for die so apepa e wo hono a enya asem keto akra na we are yet to confirm say dum so power fluctuations and a cause so sad no na no memenda e wo konongo enso so eja etobia bia na ya say dum light and ensuo to amache say adan a ahyehye e wo hono no eno so enya asem keto akra. Unfortunately, many animal mranti and mabawa mebruno say asemusia the way you react to issues, you know, yana esa kofa or half of crowd yaba or how na esina mobese enka more than some penny for ebe provided a solution and say a rapid response to it, you know. Ambulance and National Fire Service for say for some reason omu a delay kakra. Na omukodu hano no na mabru no buafu na womo pa omabo chese fire tender womo edekọ ye no chese womo pro na asem no are ho so wan fa nye seria womo to aboabo ma papa ho glass ama fire service officers ni bi ni krampo no nipa be miensa asenan ene mate se aboa bi keka mo muso sustain injuries and also anoshipa emebru yesremo. As far as you want to see say service providers omu provided the service, you know, on time, and I say in time, you know, say temachu bi ba ya munya botre wonsam no so na man fam ranen ansha munsam ankwan kutu na mowa afi ye kobrewu enso na yesompamfe. Now back to the Independence Day celebration. Mate say fellas kwachi ofosu ene abaina kasa ekase enam say womu ekodi national one ewa mampani aboboano the seat of government say eye Jubilee House say eye Flagstaff House oma sevu esika empen bia na sa afibia yedidi independence no oma sevu about 90% a wombozo mo chese be 20 million Ghana cedis be and say $20 million so and ya save and pay asem no you see John Dramani Mahama and na by mum 24 afa kwan bi so say debi a o makan kasa debi na o matu na mo bi a some popular activities made and other decisions be ebema o manya a goodwill from the Ghanaian people. Entino asem no mechanic that to turn national idea. Oh, you're appointing ministers no more than 60. Now so presidential staffers are appointed. Our market here, ebinum there any minister there pe, ebinum there any deputy minister here pe no. Not just say yes, obobo sababa no say abayi baye wa appointed ministers no more than 60 nanso sika anasa eka aban ne ebo our presidential staffers no it is not go appointed ministers any deputy ministers be 10 anasa be 100 anasa be 110 entino kwasi kwa nanso no ya kwantia entino o ma chance to tuamrade anopai masem ne simple say aban ne say was save Ghana about 90% of the cost every year. Now on mine yebo our Independence Day celebration why sikano o ma chede ode koye ebia oko mikrom atwemanwa be ja south baby a chiefs compound any ho no chiefs compound do a sikane betumi asi no onko sinsi ho now for signboard amo ho for share de amo say Independence Day ye nim say da ye didi no sika ye save ye de ye die until say be wonu sa de no he ye ntumi nyine nsem na o kan edi e be say ye tikro ba Independence Day no ye didi wo national one ye di a mensiri bia edidi de mensiri bia mboka ho afi me kro ma twoma ngwa beja south Independence Day ye di bi honum atwoma kwa ngoma district is e kwa the municipal ye di bi honum came for edio mu de baby a eno meeting news no Accra Metropolitan Assembly wo mu de me adanse asokwa so mu de enti no sikana was save no e wa hen eyesai e de ba portro de sikana be ye enfo so e benya wo so no ene sai anaze sikana ya save ba ye mfanya hwe sikana ya save o mu de koto akodi sikana ya save anaze ayira e wa hen and so was save sikana sikari ya save no enyeze dawa ya save na Ghana for petie ebia enka yebetimi atoduro e de kwa asupiti bi enka beto sukuru nkonya be wa ha enam se yenya sika e de free Independence Day celebration immunity no enkonya no yento wa ha yebetimi ato ahanu anasa hasa ne uru se ampa ya save sika na sika no ba for so amaye enti asam no tie Papa John Dramani Mahama yenim se enfie nan ya ye ne obetre kroma se mampani a ye de ani de ne obuo de bema wo ne de ensem a e de de obeka bi a kire ye pa na emom ye mu bi no enye ye asem ne de ana ye pa tio asem ne de ani mudro ene no kura wom ene ye behwehwe e de atie enti ye boye ensem ma wo Independence Day no wam ya celebrating moderately ya nsai sika bebrebe se de wode wapamfo mo ka no na emom sika na ya nsai no e wa he because me ka some way because the last budget abadada no present ye no minim se no munim se ye be Independence Day no na the new government ye John Dramani Mahama ban no monye mo budget and more factor in the celebration of the independence, especially where the preparation begins weeks or a month ahead. In the area, there was an allocation. It is a allocation to one more. Numbers of more years in the Bedino, and Jasevu Sika, Sikano, Adio Patea, Papa John Mahama, only the Vice President of the Republic, Excellency Nana Opokwajimai. The Mundi Sikana Bayano, Monkama Hunu, Nayanya Wadazidie, na Echebino, say Akuntabu Aba, Yahuru, the Babusa, any Yanua, Yepe, and your Frimuho. Right. Afe, Matisse Ghana Education Service. And so Ababante Abakasa, say Womua, Abayi terminating appointment. Say Abaidadano, and a foul Majuma, and the on Tiasa Momunya Jumano. Omu be bibi apoto se mechanism validation na order certificate beba wo the license beba oba be chese why national service enema de bebrebe ansana se wo mu abe restore your appointment na say so mu ebe sign ama akwa yadwuma eye nema mienu na miensa pe de wum hey the government still want to use this to get the goodwill of the people. Say yakra ne kewese yimodi ene yehu momobo ene asa afọ modwuma it is always da bia enye na nado aban na etwa mu no enye Dr. Maobia ene na nado aban na etwa mu no nebom eye John Dramani Mahama aban na aba no efi se enema bia na se nka aban ne ye na oma wunya adwuma emra kwan mu na wo hare no aban na anya enti ye ba ye kaze yi wadi no nanso ye de ba he no ya dwene hu bi de hu bobo ya validate too asa mo adwuma ye it is always the bia former John Dramani Mahama aban a smart move and aban no eye no. The other one can also be say Minia Heranabuache, your national organizer, lawyer, and Afe Vincent Akwesefwa, Emeki and attempts of Omuko court. No, there are some Nakwadan court, no, Ebia Abani Visa Obedi for. And did the back and forth, every compoa, na just a compensation be say, I am not prejudicing the case. Nemo say, Ebia Abani Kodifa, na become a court of question say, and the month from Patasika be a massa for now unlawfully. More illegally, more terminate your appointment, you know. And is all about your uncle Basano and the Ankasi by validation. Now, one year arrest home. It can also be said, Buana about the Timu Pase, Oma Munyajuma. And you know, validation in the area was a near man, Nanke Pasiuno, and Grata, someone else on the bar, and in the Manebino, more meeting the requirement. And you know, legally, you deserve to go home. Sanya man kitty agro way na and this abino, Papa John Mahama, what he had you. And the Ghanaian people, no, and someone mobetia, a young some dog masum. If you are by where you are, but somebody they are smartly going to live with us in these 4 years. Yakamu Busum, Amanaka Fiemi and Sunday, Abusumi Bedu. And you know, open your eyes widely. Now, and your man said, what do we do now? For what Jane so a process it. I didn't know what do we do. No, a mudra, a year, and no cry, a woman. And yes, sir, there is going to be so many populist decisions and then populist activities are one shot. Ebe slow say just a buy when there say they will see TSM or a listening government no you Ghana phone or JTM phone and yes I and so it became a was to take say budget papa and be one shot 11 over 2 say a chum betting tax over 2 say a chum and member budget so especially Bosha ma and Jomone I still nominate Kwame Fred Moa betting taxi just all they have in question on the betting taxes you are may betting tax no and by the name and Maro if you say a 12 or 1 more Ebia Omu introduce new tax but a 12 or 1 of that Omu increase percentage a Tiano woman is a Tiano Baba Tusso says a road to no Eba a Dumba for Kuntura say just or man bako or the bongum ama bako no for by bisu di nifa agimienu anasa miansa de fuo wabra se wa ma woni anda ho a tu bezo ko yebe na bon se sha the mama be yi ile de fuo the mama be yi betting tax fuo na eno na ye ka chem se mon fe money mon ha money na fe mumie masum asema obete no process it the obehu no process it. What you feel, process it. Na foko aba abetrase na the obokata munsem no naposo no womo ede aba ebrekwa na no womo ede yaboafo a omo so asenema anopa bia yetimi ede the obokata munsem no ene djumadie ensoso ebra no womo ede omo ho nsem ensoso ebetudwa meeting sia abo apa nonso ho I Wontumi TV and I say Wontumi Radio nonkro achi mita diasa and I be sorry and I pay minia penin Akwasi Kunadu Mensha North MP former Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Ono ebetrase sa enso ena minia Razak Abu Bakar Subin constituency youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party. Mebacho ono so ebeba abeka yen ho na yatra se na Razak prepared ho se ebreso na yebekọ the next election oba ofa ne ho e de ama party no se montwere so ntonto na monhwe adwuma waye o Subin suma wasom e party mu na mohwe se muru se osefata se obetumi akura dibra eye Ashanti Regional Nasara coordinator na moyenesa na me dem woni mugidie mapa se obetumi ayo abrosom matese minua panin Salim Bamba Alhaji Salim Bamba se onko biu ebia obepese obekunenim anase obesom party no ewo kwanfofrosom last week Tuesday no this week Tuesday I am say continent if you could holiday one day I am say a you Ebebe Chemi Awankai Alisa Hotel about 125 failed parliamentarians and as a parliamentary candidate of the New Patriotic Party a converge our Alisa Hotel and it saw the presence of the former flag bearer and the running mate of the party Dr. Mahmoud Bamia and Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempe Napo Yera Kennedy Ohene Japan enso so na owo sa enso so and the General Secretary Justin from Ponkodia enso so eko honom ene omo ekodi nkomo na ya parliamentary candidates omo kwaya omo entimi awene omo seat no afa ato mo se enei womu edi party no mo be afe eno mu di party nim enim edeko election enti eyede ya enema ekoso ewo constituency bia decisions that you take party management building up the party rebuilding restructure they are going to play major key role in that and so now I was say omukam hobom now omunya a clear direction of how they are going to help their various constituencies in managing the party or helping to build the party na afi yakwa enimu nsoso no and such a bia ombesusu anase nsusu bia womo elebeto party mperifo anim se omo mane be ka party nhyehyɛ ho a ebetumi aboa no eno nsoso omo a resolution at that time na the speaker omo speaker Pius Henam Ajide ene akosua menu ena miamia ena from Paul Costello omo nyina akabo omo edi nkomo and it was well attended. Say you were 88 members of parliament in the 88 every 276 ma for kumina mo ma say ye me de nye papa uti free mu ebeka say NTE na is Oheneba na omunya be about 90% attendance because nipa eba you know was omuye ebeka say
so uti free 276 ma
188. That is around 60%, 65%, 70% attendance because omunya 124 omuye attendance no bebi so ama omutimi frey ma reasons ntia omantumi ama no o de come say kabe omo show commitment to that engagement no was around 150 or so and so it was well attended. The quality of discussion, suggestion, omu edeba. I spent time to be there because I thought it was worth it. Intime koi ekotiebi ni omu susu ye na mempe group party asem sana mempe asem teka chire. Intime kwatena ho ekotiebi na utmu say they are ready. Say omu beboa ama party na say nya ahoden bio na Honorable Howard Kumsin, Japan Mesa, Honorable Penkpa, former ministers, former deputy ministers, Amulusu Musid, Dodona, Aliu, Farouk Mahama, Numina, Alestete, Obia, also Babia, Hunibianum was there. Party for so by. And when him say, Omo resolution, Omo putting on paper, no official Oma presented at the Ama party. No, the only way you can is now the Council of Elders chairman, Ira Hakumuswa, man, person meeting in Bebaso. say on tia say o mo kan mo abom no makohia but you to abewe o why is loyal ladies no makan mo abom no mo ko flag bearer ho no mo na kwedi nkomo o why is o ho ahwele diaspora o mo ko why is group we na mo ko intino these people oh yeah they are obi a wabedi party nim yet about January 7th last year and on be pieces we di party nim for about a year and they until say ye be yi other pieces no a year ba on a party for be friend no will be enya asema on a party for be friend no just I just the bagas one yan still a party for be for so no it we they have become major stakeholders of our party today. Na almost you bet me you so my mom ne constituency executive na kabum na her party na baby chichi kakra ho the party for moving in no mun chorus of no muntimi nkambum because we have party so many majority because the MPC 80 pe ba wo na doso intino minim say party mpenifo so officially receive omo resolution na omu ebedi hon komona they was say omu ye bia no and I was happy the general secretary gave them all of the assurance say onona famudie they was say ye man the national council party in 2014 no I also know say they also had a special engagement with Chairman Wontumi Chairman also give in their so his support say ade bi omu ye bia no I was say ono so etan ma chi ogina mu no na party no enya ahode I was say onya no and so no he is going to do that. Enti kaka on ya shani mu asa and then 7th tiaka 4 days somewhere next week Tuesday now finance minister ever presented the 2025 budget statement na and so no yahe the social de bone ho no ebeko akogu foko ara machi meju so na efie boko na mi adum boko akodi holiday na wi Nadia me buy. Oba he. Me buy juma. Every day. What kind news? Oh okay. Oh yeah dear. Mo. No me so me buy juma. Me be twem wo ha na call pool e yiri nti. Say me fa he dey say me buy juma ne santino. Yaba. The book at any buy. I may a year for now more sending me messages be no pa mo chow mo fan cheme. I see myself my phone. Inti if you run and a pabe 11 one more konano. I'm not able to access my phone. Mintimi nko WhatsApp, mintimi nko baby, mintimi nya calls. Ofra na mintimi answer intino. More fancheme. There are a lot of people now zenka. Me no mushia I didn't come or be a party for me say a private, but I want to believe that by and a penny my resolve in Nafi. Yabibia. Yabo for the young coin. Yo, not just say Yabandia na ya babasum. How did you holiday now? Papa school quadano. 6 months in the answer home. Almost say no matter cost so now cost no crown anybody say a quite bad no move fast to take cost now baako say 90% baako so say 95% and so ya mojata da will be independent square near the identify the original level no me no mo ya adwene e wo ho and dey ya say you din wo Mampenia try said 2021 and another than Kwaku my yen sano. So this is not the first time. And then them number yardine. But this street meaning I will be a idiot said that they be in the you know what is the difference? Zam Colano, Equanante, Equat ye eco machia. Say no buying with Yamoka. Tisancolanco machia. Omo Buni in Adia Cahu. Zabayanco and Colanco machia. Say no buying Bocabia. Omo Buni in Adia Cahu said in Naika. Security for a back and Cadebe machi. But I don't see a more biala wow. The Jessica by the Fufro. And buying a match said now come. A cana ya save no. Sicana ya save no. Or the yeday. Yeba de bay. The Okana Sicano ya save the Hafa so be a manager on pa the okay. Now, yeah, the Aquaquisi BBC Independence Day celebration is can save you. Yeah, more me grow up more rose. No more. This is no. Yeah, my contract that. A general contract, but this is Kafa. Independence Day. So the 1 kilometer got a bit my aye. I don't just say a save cost and your so far so. anya sadia e dey motwa sika some de kwaya sagleme mugo say na nkra be 5,000 na monsi na so sika de yahu
ana ya sevo go bi botom
no that is it
ogo
enti makasa aban we be ye nema bebrebe agana fo a yenya abotre na asem ba ye busa question ye be probe asem no ehunu emudru ewo mu na say asem no pote no ye dentempe ebe bo adwo nso chobo ye abosire adbo mabaso na so boko mu pa no na won head anya
NDC fo dim kwan fa so gentre ha
eye me nwanwa say eye me yese me phone na gamepe abujina po video no dia ma the number of presidential staffers John Dramani Mahama are appointed any omakatua any allowance ewo ho no any ministers any deputy minister dey pepe
ba na me pack awo
communication kwa no
wasema na no
ka appointed ni pa bedu it is I will say why information ministry free ho with the communication ministry in Kwa, but at the seat of the president, there were deputy communication, communication expert, communication consultant, presidential staffer in charge of communication, presidential staffer in charge of communication advisor, and any minister and deputy minister, and the ministers were just one assisted here. Nanso a car, your babo, and Nipa, you have a man, and the same 100 ministers. Timu mo pentemu ebo choboy ebo samrane ema John Dramani Mahama no mo ntwen na akwantabu obre no so a na mo behunu se odini paketoa na ye adwuma ano mo hokasa anase wo be share atade se ni paketo no yomenyi na mom behind the scenes
Ti said na no na wo ka no na na abujina pa kire mu pa mi ate ase yi
me ka kire mu
o kan
enti ade no eye -1 +2 or 3 oyi ba ku firim no ofa kwa bi so de bienu na miensa abeshim
Robin Peter to pay Paul.
And so take time and go and read about the gold board and just oppose it with that of the Japa. And then he say, "Omwa no money abria ejapo omuye de deno. Where are they today?"
Hey, unma command watum
omuwai.
Now no mete say so for bin so ma warning.
That is Ghana.
Said the next time I won't be committee bi ewu no. Na ni omu committee omu ye no omu ye ni biewu a won beti om kakanka om ko ndisi asofo meeting a o se ni esisi ho no ebinu ma palai ebinu ma palai
o ma sha se dey e kasa ntino ya tim fie nai ebeba you go to the polls democratically and then take a decision on the mandate the Papa John Mahama. Ever above for them, Ray. Everybody wants to answer statement, mammy.
I will see a for your banner.
But addiction and your crowd, Fuku.
Oh, mobile phone
addiction.
Mobile phone. Okay, addicted to mobile.
But from a NRA, 11, 12, a whole bar. Mean to me, accessing my phone. A boy, WhatsApp, Facebook. Mean to be attending to messages. Me I mean to me your call. I just will be free. Now where is to say?
So obi free cry. Una no be kasa cry ya wonte.
Asa me yare.
Sa na tie.
Enye cry.
Sa na tie. Enye. Fair.
Yankwe.
GC brands akofa soldier mentholated balm any soldier mentholated powder be so. Na bam no say bia wakoye adwuma ba na waye mre. Na fe o beda no de bia sasa na won so dia no pa no nya hode dia kwa adwuma so e na soldier mentholated powder no ano de chese wo de be hyen sansan sentikopa bi o ba bia todu anase tonku na beboa o pa Apostle Safu Kantanka, the African star. Ghana Medisha what chip many more yourself and any nano. We have Fidia Kaseka say any ma will be near Bidano. One now call far emulated by supplement tabe jasso. Now what they don't quite what they boy say. So babu Nanya Yanko portrait and Ponaton Safra walk. sanse won na mankwa won na genkwa na se bia yade bi na pesa do konse do dia ne oboa anya dia imulate be makwa ma yade bia dia onipa da sani akonse do enti ne yesi titumri ka ko be bia to bi do de ko bi sasa o pe imulate herbal supplement woni a wada ya apostle nya bi no mo sori na che so ko mfie boko woni a bia nanka doctor declare wonum so mun kofie nkonko wonya bi no ma na onya ahode atia nkwam anu nti ne ya kamfo ana imulate so nya se bia wonum ma na so ano na ja yesi ye kakra o etu ase yifiri ono onya ahode sonko te se de onya reda wohu anu nti na me ani je ho sonko e kamfo de mamo no oko kolina ka ba shop e wo astan obetu ndo so pu bia na make say wo dia no percent ka unya hu nkomodie bi ansa enti apostle safo kantan ka se frɛ no sesia na ani ni nkomo na ka wasem bia da kyerɛ no apostle safo kantan ka beboa wo na wonya hode sonko ade no ne number no tro 0535 112873 0535 112873 ebeboa pa na yanko de bokata no so ne yemra abofo no ewa hanom yade wonum beto awso de bokata do bejaso na pede de bre yetiefo ni afo nyina yade ni tin ko sisi ni ko toje na beti na beto na bakole na poso ni yade bre mo ni yade beduru ayi twente ye kano o bi di ni achira se obia bedidi amen peche daily graphic kunini da ubokata no anopeye na da ho no bohye ba de ato ho omampani John Dramani mama na chese wo soja no Independence Day Ghana meye nya fa ahodie mfinhye biesie nwotwe ni se Ghana boya abirwa usanso akokora wo ade no na da ho no aha ana president mampani na ni so ade hunu a wode bua mo man Ghana ye ne ankase ade ho no no wasam eda hanom ana wochese my Ghana de hye dodo no ani age mampani tia wate Independence Day kanoso no aha ana Oheneba bi sase ede ne ede ya kire se ye te kanoso no ye de akoye we eho dance die ni aha no de ehwe ni mum afa yanko braso samra vokata chronicle so na uko chronicle de vokata ni ma no panyi wono nso de ya wode aba betudwa eni Independence Day celebration no chronicle de vokata nso akuruchire ni de eguso a wode aba betudwa chronicle ba ye de wode bratiefuo anya hwefo nyina no pay no ana wode ababetuwe na wo hwa chronicle mu a Alexander Fenyo Markins ana woko de mejmefo a aben yi ba ye wapam wo no mu no Alexander Fenyo Markins, the mighty minority leader ena wono so nimfoni eda ni mu hanya asem ketwa kra ana Raza Kojo Opoku wono so si gold board no ya no wo hini be ka ho asem no wo se a very serious error eno ho asem eda hanum ana afi so chese o mampeni se wate na ba mu asoafo no so nanso dada asem se de owura bugidapo ede atodwa no wo se wiemu mampeni John Dramani mama asofo de esia na waso apawo mu no so wiemu pawo ani no kra nchro man Ghana de hye asofo no ma be de ekirefo no appointment wa ye no kire se wa pawo asofo no be de ekirefo wa ha eno apawo na wo de sumo man Ghana de hye eno ya chronicle mu nsam eno no yanko delegate de bokatemwe delegate de bokata no so de ababetudwa na hwe krata nanima na chese Independence Day man Ghana ya fo fida ya fo ahodie da no ye ni ye no na mampeni mfoni da ha mampeni John Dramani mama mfoni da ha mampeni dada Jeneje kumkufo mfoni da ha ana mampeni dada Nana Adodankwa Akufo Addo so mfoni eda ha na mampeni abedi ekire dada Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia so ko bi no no mfoni na ama ha na anopenda IC bi sase kamia se ya mampeni for dada furufu na NPP for na NDC de we na si o da bi wonu de mampeni ye John Dramani mama free so a ana no beba be mampeni na ye mampeni for dada fo ne de nyame ato ne nsa de afre wonum nyame mfa wonum kra ensie yi edurubire bi se ya na yakai wonum nso nipa be ye bi na wa me ye ni nyina wo yemu a dumso owo ye ko dumase na wo ko dumase a ya se dumase je bi a kire se de na ohene be aka no nipa makom yensa na famu ato dumase o dumase kono ngo dumase no kono ngo dumase no odumase ena nipa miensa famu ato no enti wonsem eno no ayare wonsem kese pa na Ghana Education Services so and wonuma sem mo kan no payroll nsensem no ana asense wonuma twe asan you wonuma otete san ho asem no e da krata no anim ana the daily dispatch so di bi ba yo daily dispatch the boka tanso no pay watch say man pedi se wa save Ghana sika 95% Independence Day sika no 95% and I was save no he be bisa say 95 no ye de be ye de
20 million Ghana cedis
we save 95 for us wo that's so
almost say estimated 20 million Ghana cedis.
That's also a save 95%.
That is Titihono 200 billion.
That's also a save 95%. 8 million you might be brave.
You know, scan away on the bay day. It means it has given the government a space,
yes,
to do some things and then going to mean. And this can on the bay day. The back of ambulance, the better fire tenders.
Ambulance na banana, bobo ya ambulance no. Bobo ya ambulance. Eni swadi hunu. Nyani swadi hunu. Nyani swadi hunu. Nyani swadi hunu.
Okay. I agreed with Akufo-Addo's request to step down as majority leader to avoid an implosion in the NPP. Shey Mensah Bonsu.
Kane so me na shebjeni. Ana wada dom dodo no wo na shebje fie. Na wasanso ya banso afo hwem na shebje fie medie so de mano. Onyamfo se Shey Mensah Bonsu nie. Ano se wotie bampeni na adeda Akufo-Addo anu di sem. Ana chese wo sorry free di breso. Se dom dodo na anu ni senior beya bema asubbe bana ne mansaye wo NPP mu enti wansem e no dia ba betudwa na the Daily Statesman the boka tanso de ne de buy Daily Statesman
the Daily Statesman
kata no buy na wono so buy ye na smo de ba betudwa no Alexander Fenyo Mackenzie wada the mighty minority na no
Alexander
Afenyo
ato amena afenyo marking na just kan na ato fo ne di kan ne ato na what you say abai pama wo page fo no wo se enya wo no mo ani ni ye kra ana afa so abugina po Sami wono so small ya ba betu jade afa 100 ministers no ho no anonso Daily Statesman e de ebai na raja za kojo poku so na small woka fa gold board ho no anonso wansem da ha wonwu yesi se egu ya na ye bi nti ho asem e da ha no na yesi kane ye NPP amiko Frank Ekurafo 2024 Frank Ekurafo abedi echire ehokani ade hihye bia ba wode eba beboa o manfo pa enso ho asem eda the Daily Statesman the bokrata no anim enti dia dreadie na me katie say Ghana Post wose amade bia wode bekwa amano ne anaso de befra amano ne aba Ghana no fabre won na wonmo emfa enkomo na beboa o pa na ade paper na akaso bo
paper na akaso na Gusto Mr yefuyade do tatahwe bo nipadua biada se wofuru na ayakapu yem samforo na se wanya ulcer wudidi ana chese wote yawo hawo ne amane bia ba yefunu ho a ko pe Gusto Mr no na beboa wo na age wo de afiri yefuyade eno amane nyina mu ma na mokọ afiri kira mote yawo ana se bia na dodo asese be ntumi ma afichi komu ha ne amane bia wado ye fe no menso plus mixture wo be ma na se bia wo dwonso age se ochem wo dwonso a wo te ya wo dwonso ntentem ne ade a wado ye fe no prostar plus mixture ni nyina eye nature medics ni bia tutubrika de kopa bi na beboa ba bia to bido na benya bia to doctor number ni e fe no na ne no monkomo no mo a wo eye 0248 778899 0248 778899 Ruta mixture. Yo Ruta mixture to malaria ade asenti wo malaria ade akoko pem Ruta mixture betu ase ama ho ato Ruta tonic etu typhoid ade ase na Ruta live no horo ni pedua no fi bia firi wo ya fe no ni pedua mu zoom lion na nya ni se duane kura udi ya entumi anyam ya nka be show so anwa cheko no sa Ruta live yi ebe yi ni na firi no mama ho ato enti ne aka mfa ma se ko pebie na emu aba bia to bido bia benya bia to doctor number ni efra no na ne monkomo ewo 0244 485632 0244 485632 part 2
na anybody news ama
what hit bad news by where the koso answer ye kasemo yaba hit bad news ni kasemo yaba Burger paper. The burger paper.
Any bad news?
Yes.
She said, I like how sharp the colors look.
Designer ni good. When I see a friend say no.
David Overcoat.
International designer. Yeah. David Overcoat.
All right. Any bad news? President Mahama has appointed 100 deputy and ministers of state. Samuel Jinapo reveals.
And someone or anybody who's also the Ababa Tujano. Way on for Samuel Abu Jinapo. And Oheneba news and the Ababa Tuja say, Papa Yachemwa, Mampani Jandra Mani Mama. Wa appointed ministers and you mama be chewa how. Kwaya wafa so aya appointment no. I said o chese what the dada Ghana for power.
Ghana's 68th Independence Day, a reflection of economic realities, and then don't make yourself a tool for political football. Afenyo Markin to Bank of Ghana governor.
Independence Day na yedi ya no anybody used to be say assembly say fish dey sia enwotwe afidi da ya yedi ya no wahu na wono no bisa say twamfoni dia kire fa say dey sika sem city ana eno wasam na usane de bafo afenyo markets na ka che Bank of Ghana governor na ya de no ba no papa na ya say asem woro ho no anu o ka kire ne say a call
for unity, charting a bold new future for the NPP. Columnist Kojo Apre, and then unknown gunmen allegedly invade Honorable Peter Amewu's residence in Hohoe.
Hohoe can name Rashim Jenny. Wo sa so be ye soafo a oba be he nyinama hode so kakra sa ba be hwe keteka akwa so kakra last natural so ko kakra na pedi na yese ni fie chese sisuse akromvuo bi aba owura ho no
enya akromfo eye wo mfiri so maban aba no mfiri so betim de mra ahye won sema de me sebe sa nkwase asem
na atuo no so atuo na wo no de koy so de koy den ko pen boni ana
sa phone ning kwase ne so atuo ntimi ntwa if you think say bibi e won re ya ban dia go through the due process emra ho. And that is why this morning I want to extend a good morning to my sister, Gift to Awari Abuaje Mensa. Assembly of Biapaso can be our Mampenina no making try to make political capital out of it. Kaise now we refer to the BN9 and one I forgot they say BN and for lay ambush airport you see airport I be so waba Waba and was say we are ready. She will avail herself for all the investigative bodies. We whether the CID, the NIB, whatever, Yoko, special prosecutor, Waba.
Fremena meba.
Monfrano. The Oheneba Babeka. And then if you want to prosecute her, go to court. Court better answer so. Yawo kroma court transfer bebrebe so a nipa free asem credit nipa through court and e buanu kumfo and as e buanu fo
so bedu na za kwa ko
the back and forth enti no kwenda wom enti mo amasa say especially party for me say maka say obi akwadini ba ne obi akwadini nsem hunu a e wa aban mu a enya mmemme kwabena anasa wo e na obebo choboi abe defend no
da bi
na omususu a aban ne pese oginim
enti
not deliberately o chan try to omuso say o ma yese no say o ma semba susu pre ho say o susu be ka bi ebuo wo fo ana say o be kan sem bi atia wo
chance bi na o
proven guilty and so guilty or is back asem de wo mu bia e behu enti mo a mo de ahisam abufusam na mo ke kansam bi fa no ho ne ade no munya abotre mo ntwai kakra na sa na MPP fra ba mu honorable Seje Edne Kokko
Seje die o Seje die
akoto o sai no bebrebe akosi sei
na mu no na de ani o na Seje
atofo se mpo afo mu ade na mo
o mu mpo ye se eja wo mu
de waje katua mienu a sebe me ba dance require him say woja katua me no ye mfom so onkomre nam ho
eno krase me nka
enti party for na mo de ahisam ne abufuo ebia for some reasons you want to raise the voice against her munya botre ebi mpo a wona akotena be akotena ye na
ebi a wo de
na asman ke afika fa ho no ke well than the ebi a ono de abe ya ye nim say no kwese nya no kure no and so hold on wait don't draw your conclusions now allow the state institutions to do their work and at the right time you can all pass a judgment
na columnist yi de ya wa tworo de abai onu ba Thomas Kwambo ache so de sa asem ni bia ba no de dem za makram krata no so sa NPP ayuhwe se wo be ye hyehyɛ pa
ya so lintre ma no
ama party no momanya nyina so pa esene apede no enti onu ba Thomas Kwambo ache wo de no next time animra wo na ayatwa sole number
emperifo na ewo soro no ehu ni saa
ano so ni asem
ba do mo fom no ehu ni saa
ho
and so me makam say a party ni the ultimate goal of the party is to win political power.
Yes.
Enti niema ebekoko so obe say other matters in communes na ebe ha party no you keep it aside. But here you say fa ba ko kasa wo ye ne saa na fa ba ko so anya ne saa eni obi abeti asibo
e ba say nsie ni
that's it
e ba say nsie ni enti obi a
wo platform ni bi so a niema pro ken for be travel about me ho and sometimes the pro about me for so be travel ken ho nyamia ya dom Kanado credit ni mampani awie enka that nanado alanjamate fashion no
etwem
nanado di ni mampani awie okọ alanjamate so ono so ni nyame oso no daye o ka je ni say on free party ni mo ono so free mu okọ tinka asem bia ni hobio afei de a rebirth of the nanado alan fashion no ababeye the Ken Baumia faction.
Why?
And I'm with no so betty will come on sa.
Oh,
and the Maka Namakoswaka. Me say, a nipam you know, I want to see them together. Charting the course of the NPP. A bet me in your political power 2028. A say Wontumi any Kenya Japan ebeye de 2014 15 16 omo
no
menka say Wontumi nko support Kenya Japan for the presidential bid menka say Kenya Japan abandon the presidential agenda na ome join Wontumi but so obiara be call election po a omakwa awie no they should come back and see say MPP no and their common interest and so they should come back and work as they used to work.
NPP our chance
to be yes idea we are good to go.
NPP our chance 2028
and mo amudi Canada Japan wachi mo amudi ba omi achi mo amudi Wontumi achi slow down. Slow down. Except that Obima will reason to speak when the leadership, the party in Peripheral are not talking, are not doing what they are supposed to do. And they may make kwabena. Kwame Nchubosi akutiwi. Okana. Men chema Wontumi me kan chema se kwabena. Spark up. Obeti no na me yi anu awie. Ti said you can kwasi kunadu a.
No aka
waka me. Sir. But 2028 no. See a person 4 years no. E yet 10 miles said Israel for 40 days. Na go than 40 years na. E be yes amaye. But e be say 4 years ah. E be very swift. In 2028 we come back. Ye nyina collectively betima kan bu ni aba. Nya ye ne sa pepepe. Anya sa.
Anya ba me ko party ni ntema na eja. Na ko
birthday wishes no na afei. Kwasi Kuradu wa hanum. Ono na deputy MP wo afia kwa abeno. Na adma convention so ye deputy MP wo Mentionof.
Sa. Oma swape.
And I mean, omumi oni nyina deputies.
You.
Eh, na bosha bada Wontumi ga ko he.
Bosha ba to was right, to was. Na
okay, so birthday wishes number.
Birthday wishes no. Wey Philomena.
Some of the birthday wishes in the baby how.
Bosha ba nya bo
Bosha ba sa shase.
Vincent na da no.
Yeah, wish you more. Yanko. All right.
Bosheba wa ma de abiri me so
where
Bosheba wey Justice Owusu.
Okay.
Justice Owusu on kind. Now and then the birthday day we should happy birthday. Said I stay see actually come.
All right. Call the next one Bosheba who is celebrating his or her birthday today.
Well, so Jacqueline Owusu Ansa.
Okay, from
St. Patrick Nursing and Midwifery no war offense so and a war. And then birthday we should happy birthday. Me nim dey just say besides tea.
Oh, okay. And I will hear more.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ayo.
Young Quay. Me mami Benny.
Mami wey Mr. Nyankopon Hira e de mano.
All right.
Mami wey e na wo ababa Wontumi a handle achimkwa.
Achimkwa asini. Na se de otoso se no.
Wey madam comfort basua me nim de
achimkwa asini otoso se.
Me nim de
asi se me nsa nka ire me nsa.
Me nim de ya mame comfort basua ni mame happy birthday Nyankopon enka ho pa nyame yesre nyame hira ma ho se wa wo ba Wontumi achimkwa
awo de betima se ba show happy birthday achimkwa se ka se wo fo don't me for hamper mefi sika se mo fom ana hwani Lordina
ana we so ye Lordina
Mahama
da bi Mahama nso so
Lordina
na Lordina and your birthday Sheila 1 so show happy birthday Sheila 1
okay
Sheila 1 me tin ka che papa edimfie
all right hansini
ababa yi ade aya akode akuajiwa na akode akuajiwa wo some party we show happy birthday Nyankopon twedi ampototo bonso basari adom onka ana me papa yi so me papa insia da pa Francis insia da pa Assemblies of God wo atwuma kofodua na wo ya administrator nti na your birthday you show happy birthday na ko jampon enka ho pa
on your party
obebo mpaya me nyina
all right
ana me mami nso na eye birthday mami abusia nyina edin a wode eba ye no eye oba pani afia anima wo Kenya ase adwumam ene your birthday wo ma no nananum nyina ase we show happy birthday nyakopo twediampo enka ho pa ma good ana ne edi we nso eye ma menhwe metimi aboni na amani so Janet Abena Kunadu Kono Freetown and happy birthday to you.
All right.
Kono Freetown. And I will so add Linda na minim Valley View for the beer.
Okay.
Valley View main campus and crime. Linda and your birthday we show happy birthday nyankopo twedi ampototo bo so basa ya do monka ho pa Valley View for echiamu nyina so and we so UK na yase kofi osun kansaba UK no ankasa ni din na ama ono ankasa ni din ama na mom you show happy birthday nyankopo twedi ampoka ho pa yes UK UK United Kingdom sa wenkia de obedu ababio bag no bi shim na yemia wenkia ze wenkia ze obabio bag mu no bi shim na yemia kwa bag mu bedu na be mo dasi ono so bashe bo no de na yira me ye
ayewa yan kwa the next one happy birthday to him me mama beni
na mama so ade Paulina mama Paulina for owo America memu Virginia Virginia no wo
asa be me nyame ko bi
Virginia no wo na anaye ne birthday nti na busuafo nyina Kenya ase worum nyina wo shi no happy birthday nyankopo twedi amponka no ho na baba yinso waya Lance Corporal set yamwa police officer ye wo ye Kumase ni junior sister ni
yamwa otebu akwa na
menimu de odi Elizabeth Philomena nyang
police officer bitebu akwa de yamwa okay why so ni
anye
we mus an edum ko lunch
lunch for no we aye safua na safua aye apostle safu kantanka wo fa ase no
I say me cheska to na kofo edum birthday
we dey sponsor mo dey
lunch sponsor
so you know
we do mo ko
lunch we apostle safu kantanka wo fa ase safua apostle safu kantanka the African stand what fast as
adwa safo abano no anya adwa safo anua eba sabo safo kantanka
ne
wo fast
we dey ne da bi apostle ni nua baba
okay
apostle nua baba
adwa safo anua
wo mu se
okay
ne ka wo fe wo mu fi wo fe da ho awon fe no eye ebusuan
wo su ba so sana
wo fe ne se papa enti Catherine Safua na your birthday day we show happy birthday and I feel so way Ernesto debut Ernesto that's a 2012 old student ewo Chirapatre RC people was so happy
RC old student Chirapatre RC
2012 Anna well so Abradoma owo I'm say Ernesto no ankasa yiro nsuru no Abradoma abena na your birthday
owo he
baby o wo no na menya huni ye yi o enti abena na your birthday we should happy birthday ebu akwa high street se ebu akwa Chicago
me ba cho ebu akwa ga na make ebu akwa high street
Vincent Usubuatin masori ba no masori ba Joy Assemblies of God o say what dia ho fefo nkoa T Vincent o birthday ni we should happy birthday ya wo ne Ghana dantin na belated happy birthday to you
na ho nso ni
Ghana no he o Ghana Nikki no
assemble
ya Freddy Nikki anti by G NPP polling station chairman woman so that time I say oh she Nikki
police station chairman
so
and I wish birthday and you constituent secretary and you constituent chairman police station chairman
obi abedi fetch happy birthday to you Nikki happy birthday
you show mu nyina happy
baby
now mo dey belated na
ana ayi can I confirm no chi see you Dr.
yes, I know I was Mozart 50th birthday.
Mozart who?
Yeah, Professor Dr. Ochre Ade. And run any birthday. Facebook for me phone ya document. Facebook document man ko hon makopostuni bi. And Mozart was 50.
And here we should happy belated birthday. Ghana of Amaka of Ghana mentia. Welcome mentia.
Professor Dr. Ochre Ade Mensa.
Yaminshira no. Ana ayi Dr. Oheneba danso. Can I confirm no chi see you? Ne maame nom eno adwa asam wo banko be fijase banko anti ene anope ya hyase ahyase
nipa mienu
anti ene ye di wo mo
173
na me shira wo no mo madi nchira che
so the party no wo ye
enti na me ya duba 29 for Oheneba we de me dia de srede asiu so amana call honorable so say 29 wo meka ye ho e wo Joy Assemblies of God 29th of this month ana ye di ja me papa ya Reverend Adom Blanson obeba Reverend Adom Blanson kwan what baby abejawo
makro ne ebuakwa de ebe
wodija wa na de aba wode ne nkreja wa na de aba ye di ja ya Reverend Adom Blanson kwan waba be som
the deputy MP
waba be som Assemblies of God bua yame adom
okọ sa okọ hin
ahomegye mu
na nyame dwuma so ye bre
asa wunyini drum pempenso bi a na
20 min preach bi
obe preach obe ninya bidwuma de ne ho kran so sa dodo ne kakra but wo fie nyina no wo ye nyame dwuma no sa papa yi de odo nyame na
ana so do han
so do nyame
mate sorry na mention of MP ewa ha na medene mesha sie medi nkomo bebrebe
ane ba papa we
Parliament
we
party mu baby
na me de be dom
ye ba abedi nkomo
ti ane ba da na sema me
send me targeting the ministry ne pa
ka de be ya die bi no ka de be ya die bi no
to fa nchen
na honorable there
Messiah targeting the ministry no
you be kana sem da bi yankopon hira no ne mmade mba wo bodo the constituency nyina chiri no wo bo ni pa nyina na yankopon twedi amponko so anye ne kese no be ne kese nso
5 minutes before 8 sorry na honorable akwesikulo di metrase na charana about kakama me ha na na yemra emedin koma 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic the second time enie na one Vincent Sefwa Aduma Comensa Amin Adam yagaba ku ball na fanse ya minister ya wan chata wi Usifon. Na omre mutire yi omatuma sa akobio Ali Muhammad last Tuesday Michiana ne Farouk num omde omantimi ansan ankobio. Honorable MP Afishapa
afin komatu Oheneba
akwamba soso
yeja
ne fiti say
hine Awurade adom efie boko Awurade na adom ne nhyia guso Asia yintino efie boko pa.
Part 2 of your parliamentary journey. Constituency to say.
In the constituency boko na mamenfa kwanya su na menchi asante mine Ghana many opportunity there. Na mafa kwanya su so de achia menhia no of mpesua sofo nyina. Nyame adom constituency boko. Ebidu enra. Se enra ya fo fida. Na hu be hia se yebeba. Na any school mo fra ewo ho. Any constituency ni muni penny na betimi dia for fida no na yetimi ato asoso na wotwe yewie so no dia engagement or constituency so we enema ekoso wo man mu no akwanya bia ibenya bia no yetimi dia cheche yenu ma mo matimi aden atiase nti Awurade adom constituency bokopa.
All right, so 2 months any muso no
yes a little bit over 2 months
yeah.
Okay
what is
yes. January, February, March until just exactly 2 months.
2 months.
Probably, yeah.
What the 2 months into first time 2 months no the experience, the happenings, we are Parliament baby I find they be had in for how you say YD card will become put him so yeah MP near Busan become by Kakano. At say
okay as a YD card when Amas Mabisimichi. I think part of the first 2 months in Parliament. Also do Parliament, there are 4 sets of elevators and there were job 600 more.
Yeah.
There is the extreme ones, that service the members of Parliament, the choir officers, and there's the middle ones too, and also serve the general public at the Baho. Until most of them done not because of easiness. It is preferred that we would use the elevators as say a designated one. The coffee bako. Before any gym na do first floor na aircon, and na mama baku is there OMP. And I'm so MP. I was constituency number was okay. So okay, and MIBC meeting because those are some of those things. Because in the initial setup, will be a shed nimia because when you come for us, I will be a for. But these 2 months, because we had the experience of the first Parliament, which was the 8th Parliament, I think that. By and large, the expectations, probably it hasn't changed because you know your way around. You know how things will probably pan out. You can even predict sending ABCIA. So ordinarily, things have been well, but not so well because in terms of the happenings in the chamber and in near money be a question. You don't presume the son was in K, but looking at what has happened in the elections, I think that one way or the other you cannot say yes and
right. So I mean free the elections that we went near the Parliament and then we have to see Amamuna and Kasemu. First time meaning say Okoye na independence the say he came back proud because Wako Parliament and then your party also won the elections until your party were by near the day. And then unfortunately we go into an election again. You won, but your party lost. What has it taken away from politics and now and then what you had wanted to do, especially when you were in power for your constituents?
One, not only what it has taken away, not a year free me but the year free of mining in our crème. Because on the there was a sense of hope for this country. Say on mining can cronin in Nasupani and Sabeden and Bekareka. The year free what the me greatly, me kasi that sense of hope that we had. And I would say that we had as a country because we cannot run away from it. If you are young, who need to be able to continue here, who the way anyone into if it's a dear way, but coming back on an Independence Day, at the Bible, and I see a sense of say despair in people. And it's just 2 months, but I can promise you that I see a sense of lost opportunities and future for looking at the discourse that is going on. I see a sense of say developmental pattern and progress and that in effect that is what has actually been taken away from me, because me the free mu as a person and that's why na me want it senior na me hu mind teachers corner. I was doing that say na me ye ewe ni padodo din say be betimi this an kan kro number and na free hono it will limit our ability to do or deliver ya hu odi numa mu na senke betimi ayi oye den so bet because sabi de hono ono adwene inside de hono onim se na esi bon continue hwe ye nim emfie bebre mu e de chechire o mind the ohuna aye ene ono instant gratification and that is what it has taken away from us, because the country would ordinarily and the oka enipenya botre enti and I agree with you say, because all rest in the elections and a core yenwa and no bia nani dasoa or the kotu aba no feel say no do na be mama nipa no because bia then the penny feel say the MPP the nipa dodo bi ye ntini ankotena akiri ntini se bibi because na work people don't actually take time say obeka asem ko na wi no akiri mu, but by the time we realized no ohini ahwe ya ya page my ni abone fe yase, but I think that we are not going to give no matter senior a nipa ebi the hindrance will be there, because the never can say more the responses that you get when we yank manye you understand. But neither coupe near Zubetu Boy from Ampafin Bisi. A abutre Jumanin say a pania de church or mine, a jibre, but that jibre was sending that's why they a womb. So if you don't see that hope, you don't see that safe, there is a vision in it there, then there is a problem. And that's where we are finding ourselves now in this country.
I have officially not gotten an opportunity to engage you after the elections. Kwasi, to you, what went wrong? And to the people of Menshanov, come over and Mudin Wohonum. Then see,
Ohene, if we should be candid to ourselves, this elections here it defy Nema Bebre. Ohene, the joy I have, and I would say the joy I have, even in losing this election, that people believed in the NPP, people believed in our policy, people believed in the leader that we brought. Yes, and I'll tell you why. They actually did not turn out to vote against us. On Pia Bontina Kotuaba and Fentiae, but one Kotuabano. And the figures show clearly, because all man penny are winning Abasisi and they vote to the 2020 general elections. The Abeka Andrew and Pimoha. It is not up to 100,000 votes. But we voter, as the new patriotic party in the year 2020, now the over 2 million votes. But nobody can tell me that 2 million votes in Nipanewu. Come to my constituency. In my constituency, the last election about 39,000 votes. This election about 29,000 votes. The difference was about 9,887 votes. Omo in 2020. No demand because the vote of the NDC increased
in your constituency.
Yes, it was 16,000 the last election. It was the same 16,000. 16,000 in the last election, 16,000 in this election. It did not increase. But people will go, you see, I'm doing the raw figures because it doesn't translate into percentages.
Yeah.
And that is where people don't get it. We are most often quick to use percentages to judge results. But I would always use the raw figures. Because here, raw figures of about 18 million Ghanaians are expected some betuabano. And no one said so if you have about a Nipa, I work on insurance about 71,000. Last election, 39,000 at Tuaba, Ediama. 29,000 and you use that as a percentage now the JJ, you get it wrong. But whatever went wrong in the day, I believe sincerely say, you cannot have just one meeting to discuss that. And in that also, I must say, And there are various committees and nam eji adwenkyerɛ na ɛkyerɛ ɛkwan krontia ɛfa so ebi aman kunimdi ani epen entimi amem. One of those committees here, the Ashanti region, here ankasa here any we the findings about the Betuabontin, the discussions are ongoing. I believe that now that the findings is out there, I think the discussion we should leave it out there. One way na yesu the who be jinemwa, we would not be able to appreciate the nipa neck and so that it would inform us. Because if we also engage, we must sit down, soberly reflect on whatever has been said in the reports now, and also wait for.
Have you read the report?
I have not read the report in full.
Okay.
Because one, I've seen the report on social media. I've seen copies of it. I've tried to peruse through that, but I would always want to have an official copy. Those social media, and you can say but I would want to have an official copy and dissect. Or maybe any the woman reflective of what may have happened. But then also me it will guide and for because they do tembia. Maybe we are even preempting that so that we can have a solution to those ones. I don't believe say yes, the man in Rebecca the woman and be a bear palatable to every single person, regardless of what it is. But whatever the case is, we can make our case out of that.
Were you at a point saw this coming?
If I say me who say maybe I'll be a liar. Maybe a man cannot say me who say we are facing a defeat in that magnitude. And when I say that magnitude, even in terms of parliamentary results, you look at the number of seats that we lost. Money idea and places that we probably want to see between lose, but we lost those seats. Money idea. Nobody, and I can confidently tell you, even the NDC by themselves, even some of their candidates in parliament today never saw themselves winning the elections. They never. Yes, winning elections, and they fielded candidates because there was the need to go for an election. On the one because no was here to breast. Anything more they never saw themselves winning. But it has I can't be being a diatre. They say it has defiled everything. To the reasons that people are giving they do I remember says the general secretary of a party, Kateche Kudian, in a school, Kateche Kudian, even said one time, if it's true, say he believes that there is some level of a spirituality even in it. Because because it defies the understanding that he has. So there's a do tembina and on TSAPia. Yes, you might sort to resort, but you want to say, oh, you be a bit me at this side, at the Abba. But it tells you, say, the Ghanaian is dynamic. Missy P. near Kotua Bani maybe on Mampeni and the Wabenya be a 7 million vote, 8 million voter. It would have told you, say, a child here, it will be behind. The people believed in that. Omunim say, "Yen bit me ahead, my baby, and near my bakum yenumi and sebi, anko ye, a won susudimu." But the other is not an alternative. We believe in this man coming, but because of the party, a neighboring Munintino, yen pim kotuaba, and a dim kunindi, edikoma yen yanmo NDC ebremu. But one thing I would also urge, as a party, and is a Yahweh Bejina baby Yijina ni and take certain decisions of reform to a party. Yahweh Anamway. Yes.
Say the Atrian.
Yeah.
Yan dosono and nimun komoyi.
Yeah.
Na enkomwa amanfo di nsama amanfo kano. Ye tumirika ekutie na yetu anamobia emu amanyoko no.
Yeah. One way out the America, and some Bakumi, no me and Sa Okoso Awoti and until some Bayan Sachae. Obey, why are we going to bring? I believe, say, Yenya Botre.
Can you open up to me?
Let me tell you one. And then the MIA can fight delegate system.
Yeah.
And then MIA can find. So everybody who have Padu doing in so the delegate system must be scrapped.
Say both even people outside our party and this if for cry say you busu for election 2024 and the delegate system no.
And the delegate system no mo dey call ekwe your prime minister, ekwe your presidential candidate almost did in kuni. And you know say no
yeah.
If there are reforms that we ought to do, and not just here firm we can't 10% maybe. And I'll give you a classical example. So offer delegates a two presidential in the year 2007. It was 10 per constituency.
10 people, yeah.
About 230 constituencies. Okay, 2,300. Plus all the auxiliary account. I mean, you do 3,000. But those days, that is when, if you remember, Asiedu made that infamous statement about the 17 individuals elections. Maybe it was because of the outflow of certain resources at the elections.
And I remember the story of, was it Lord Komi?
Yeah, those days are
illegal. $200.
No problem.
Near the day, until
you drive it down to today.
Over 200,000.
200,000. And that's some krona neka.
Sink of 40 years.
So if we carry it, say, to Nipabe over 3 million, let us be candid enough to ourselves. Are you sure? Say still now people will not facilitate the elections. It is probably not because of Enonquentia. It is not probably because of the numbers in Quentia. It tells you now there are people and no better party nasim because an affection towards the party. They might even be sympathizers of the party. It doesn't necessarily mean say who just party in their now so mundo so on bedani and also on their home crab ebeye. It was during campaign and I met one elderly man. The number campaign could do about delegate system. Dim community na ono busa se na ye konesa na papa empum to juma ene ahofama na adwuma aban no aye na yintimi fanto so. Then he made a point say na wa okra party mu no mo ko ha koto aban ko amozimo mo kes kana ye koto abakesi na amayewe. Now the man maybe felt say probably he might want to deny that no be can delegate, so there were some of them behind me. And you know because once I come as him, money at I say, no, papa, and no crowd walk about power force to do temple deserve na ketria. Let us be bold enough to at least do temple and confront the situation. Also, I was saying people for 1 month na day mo nanti FM ni enquire campaign. Once me be doing me annual campaign. These are the same crop of people that will come to you. When who so appear become wasem. And I'm a boy. Opie so no ko maybe facilitating the movement. Also on na odi bibi in same. Whatever you think senka onya I mean do tembia we resent to ourselves and sit expecting people ye hwese nkrofu bekwa akoye adwuma bi wanye adwuma ne bebo onsobo but wo ye adwuma so ne feel se bia ode ahofama sonko bi so o ye a if se bibi wo mu anipa ne nya ebi ono so de odo na ye a wonfo odo nye no wana menya afonko but one person who would want to become a delegate, a polling station executive. Let me say, I say, one thing I'm person me beye, say beye me to abama can be brave, can be brave. Let me say, mate, because o mo no, and sika, and then one thing I'm person to man business into the oba, onyiska, or some magic, but wouldn't think I may ban to my body amount. So what is the difference between wo and the woman be our can once and so this can? We are all the same. We are all the same. If we want to go beyond some of these things, it do time be so. The Mimisu say we can take that selection process from them for some time. It is not only elections and the selected leaders. It is not only elections and the selected leaders. What the many part 3,000, for instance, my constituency has over 700 people. What the many part 3,000, that's still almost a there will still be any panning be of you, say, a still privileged few. And when Wontumi can't say a nay could rule now, so you will be able to tell me, say, every card bearing member of this our party. To become a card bearing member, it must come with certain responsibilities. I will say, can anybody tell me, say, nay, your people in this party who owes a responsibility to this party, even in terms of sustaining the party? No police station executive, I don't remember ever anybody in the last 4 years, 6 years, or contributed towards the growth of the party financially. Wow. Or in a man, wow. You and I know. So if you want to have every card-bearing member, these people must be tried and tested for some time. So, in terms of the American, the decision out there, any the recommendation out there, any day air money at the end. This is not the first time we've had this delegate system or polling station executive system in our party. It has survived for a period. Maybe as it goes forward, it be a BB country how we must reform our party. But regardless of the numbers, and soon so do say our numbers in BC Impuno.
I don't know, so why engage or constituents, and if they share in this a viewer or Ludia.
Yes, and then any opinion I be sharing the same view that I have. Tom said the reasons why we lost this election. Oheneba breo. Oheneba namon to abum. Koto abrante bako. Ono the problem no the koto abadi etia party no. And they say betting tax. The problem in we are some. No matter who any free teachers, no matter who we university or tech. The problem are only now and no for 27 solid good minutes.
So I would want to ask.
Be so reason to ABTI because the person has invited you for a program. On why any program a share date. And I've told him that there is a program on that date. Any possible said that's the and into that person voted against me now. Yes, me now. The person is a lady.
So what I want to ask is election 2024.
Yes.
A MPP party in the lose election, and I say MPP party a former government, not government in lose election. Am I?
Whatever the case is the MPP that has lost election. Whether the party, whether the government, money. It's a party in a wabai. The party in a wabai. It's a party in a wabai.
I'm trying to see the weight of the responsibility. Whether say party no and answer are responding to the concerns the amount for a can be and I say a government no and NTA are responding you be a nigusu yet by you be a nigusu. Who should the burden the weightier of the burden placed on?
Immediately you do that one here you miss a step in it. You say a boy can't account within it here. But as I say opinion wo ba na sa akra ne asobrache otene ba binka so it tells you that in both sides obi and obefa ne ho adi if you are telling me say you can place it in the context be as a partner aban wo ye no ne my problem say party na wo ba nti dia na party ne ya ba ne ba na wa wo so can the party exonerate itself or herself from the banner or wo no actions and inactions and and now we are there, now we're 20. And then 19 I went to me. Those ones you still have to carry the blame. When there are some fundamental problems, and the party itself, as will be, the government would also have some because of the reasons that people gave into Oman to Abakra. So in all of those, in terms of the ending Ashanti region, the Naba, and you're discussing now, there are other 16. And Ashanti region in Kwa, into me winning elections.
Yeah.
There are other 15 regions and also count, which would also bring its results on board. I mean, across the country, every single place except few. And you can't even say except few. Because I mean, if you are from 169 to 137
and then to 88,
it must tell you that there is something that is going on. So they are saying. So you cannot ordinarily say a baby baku penkwa dienti. Because the strength of our party resides a tier santimemu intino. That is why it is important buy any kind of, but we cannot also gloss over the account. Tamka say yenya de beba no wia nya de juxtapose ye hu na santimemu na ebetimi am ye hu se eye nokre ene ohina sema okay eye party no pa na the weight ya blame no ebeda so anasa ne ba na ya aban no wo no na the rate blame ebeda so ti enya hu ne saa so ne ade wie a ekwan ben so ne betima ka ne mienu na ade aden ade abon going forward because offer asantema mu di nko abey and use that now fa no nko na wo de ye say eno na wo de diagnose ni nyina for the whole country a ohene na bia ho no ye ba be mistake ba ye wie na fi ya 15 regions na aka ni na de aka ba ko na 16 afi also be draw can you draw be Venn diagram o draw ni nyina na we da ha that means across the country this was an issue we da across the country this was an issue we da a peculiar to therefore we are everyone they are peculiar to every single region, they are peculiar to the party, they are peculiar to the government, and place weight on them so that you can use that to reform your party going forward.
Still on the concerns, Nieman na man for Kansama no more canon. The Nanke wa kwenya say bit me a correct no. I am correct no. Any the Nanke intimi and no cry no. Emudi na wasro. Just like Abranti will say, watching the date, wama, and we here, but there are some that the party or the government could have responded to, and I think we could have acted on them. I know you be a nigusu.
Oh, Obe can be a levy, Obe can be a betting tax. Those are some two prominent names. If you say
their contribution, is it that significant?
Well, can my single opinion now? It seems say no say no significant no.
It might not be your single opinion because it has PSA will be a can be.
Yeah, of course. But has it reflected in any actual research? It's me a PM research payment. But even if these were the only two reasons in tier to tier, can anybody tell me that we could have given a quick response to it in the instant? Why not? Remember, we promised, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia promised, said these two taxes, it be free, and I'm born. John Dramani Mahama also promised, said it be free, and I'm born. Say, enemy no kwana, said I can mean future promises to that effect. But we be catch us, or the Kotuma way because say, or cancel between because one out the buy, and I'm born. And in general, Fantuma, send you between class and Kwa Famakra. The dynamics of say ye bu or my and I'll give you one. Sabi abetiasi. Ye fa na ye and to aba ni ye bui. So beka a brain mo na nipa ni bi kra start won adwuma recruitment e bi ye May e bi ye June anomoni ade ana ye form adwuma. Ye fa ya make wie ma man panyine ehunu se ya fa nipa no bi wa adwuma mu yegusu a ya fa nipa no bi wa adwuma ma ye mo na kwanya mo be ye adwuma na so no de oba saa won a ya fa won no ni nyina no onyi wo madi na obefa ne de ayeden e de aka ho okay me nipa nya ni mu arehyimu ni gidie e ma ode asemfoforo ka ho mom ye se o wanie ye beti ase saa de ama no it means say de owie ye obeka kire biem say wona ne ye fa omu na ne ye fa asoso ebro e de egu won so sebe ya wo ba wona memu a oba bebu ne be ye de am wo mu no enti oyi wona di by the letter the chief of staff route no na no cho say na no kure na no oka ne saa bre ne kire ya na se no oka di ni papa so wote no de bi to so amani pa fa agi atum ama na kwanya ye de ma no ba yi enya de oka no ba be ye enti niam ani bi wo ha empremprem wo no bi ha wa adwene mu no office se me gina ho enne na nkama solve a it would have reflected in a certain political gain. But however, we must also be candid to ourselves. As we transition, and we many business. Why? We came into government, made so many taxes. At that time, we believe that these were nuisance taxes. We knew at that time we were under IMF program. We knew that some of these things were part of the conditionalities at that time for the IMF program. But regardless of what, and now see you mind and you knew how to negotiate well money at the internet. You buy those taxes never. It be a boss so Emma still even Boshia na ebimu susu say yentimi nya ne sabrin but this enfia duonu 20 years a chianza na ebeyem. We still went ahead and implemented it. And no money ade. We did all of those things. But then here we are 2 year promises were given by the current president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, about scrapping of some taxes and no be catch you say a fain who say they were part of some conditionalities and you know it is not so obvious say animu ye obetimi ye dey free ho. It shows the truthfulness when nipa me no money ade enti enye say bia na niam ani bi we could have responded there and then why we kura no ekwan bi so no ke betima many people say oh nya atwudwumadi nya ye den ye didi a kire wo mo no because ye kenti no mo ye say nya akwanya ne fi ne aden so obetimi asa ade abamoni ade even if you said you could have suspended it and money ade ka wo ye wi so a otan nyimpa ka so anim ho na ne prempren ni mu nti and a wo ye sebe ya bato breadu so nti na wo de ye money ade to hene. Let us know and wait and find up and check because the committees here the moment mandate no enwa bia Ashanti region there bosome pepepe ne there the whole country there you say by this time they've almost toured every single place because they divided themselves money there ye my home bia be bosome that report would also come ye tie ne dosoni ya then we can boldly and blazingly ebetimi apia bontina ka say eniema wei ana wei ye no any be armwa and use that to court our people back because they know we are the best party with the greatest individuals in us to be able to help this country progress and prosper. And
we are happy with the conversation going on within the party, and I think Bibia put until after the national committee report, na yebeti medimun committee said portions of the report will be so classified, sensitive that they might not be able to share with the public or the party people. But the beti medimun komo na fi ashase but it does appear say amount for the committee nim ekrampo no chenti the omu position their views if it does not sync with the report never bana they will rubbish everything.
So what am I say because here me manya akwanya metia enipa ATM ko bia be apepepe mu ne achi enti de America ni me no ebi npa dodo ote but almost so na omu di nkomo bebre no abra nipa dodo nya akwanya nti ye no we kra one vote omu su kra one vote on be doso asene mebre ameti he mu ne ade enti de America ni me ya ka se factual ade na wonte dodo no aka ne de no a ebi ade me nkwa me de ne betro ebi nipa dodo so atimi de omu kan yi but woman so omo koye kodi nkomotie nipa dodo bebrebe anu asemasem omo kan na me de ebo ebra nti omo de en ba be so na ba be wura krata animu avebeka se enya sa na nipa dodo oka and we feel say nya abotre na eti because there are portions of this report that obviously enya niam esi nya na wosie kwa abontene kwaka enya niam esi nyina because yentimi nka niam esi na wa abontene ebi wo ho a it will be for the internal purposes of our party's reform. Because yes, you be quite bontia kwa kwesi akan. It is said you see ye bia no, you better bontia and sign ye beka. Emoni adia. It obviously it is ya bia yan we wa bontene. One new strategy and reforms bia ebeye nwanwa e betimi dia hu keka foforo ni Kenya foforo dia aba. E betimi ama ya bru ye nua no mu a ye no be kwa kan sie no so na ohunu akira kwan. Emoni adia. But they be also there the public knowledge. Ai be hia ni padudo bi so omo so ba beboa. No matter we must be able to bring it out to the fore and say it.
I was for about chapa home meter Dunu Kono Wontumi TV and Wontumi radio so and a fiada avofidachi and a yedi and come honorable Akwasi Kunadu mention of Fonina MP and a menunati ha ye bon on the party mun come any Asiedu engineer be Ramon Brashe fee na fe o mining chichire amamu na nkasa so no ye betie sim adi eno so enho enkomo. Do you believe in spirituality?
Yes, of course. Look at spirituality. I believe in spirituality. I don't mean spirituality.
And how it can manipulate or change the fortunes of elections.
Say spirituality is some way. Okay, I'm to say religion, and Karl Marx says it's the opium of the masses. And I'm yes, why not? because say me meti we ne bia Oheneba kwa so ne bia so for ka kire say me hwe honhom mu wiase mu no me hu say wo de ma Oheneba obeya ade enasne chairman nestu oyi nipa wo gidie wo bia wo sofo mu ana me boa e bia ono so wo na adwena o de ka ho because be Ohene even in spirituality ye wo de enti ayedi akire your self-interest. Your self-interest in the spirituality. Me am some Christo, me born say Christo Bob family one mako heaven. They also Allah e born say day chino obe family one nagede edna cobra baby a what here no na kwa kotina no nya asomdwe the ogun say da chi anko ama so ko ewiase a e wa chire ni mu a obeka koto na nanu mama ne tran be pa it is his interest no serve to come over so you be able to convince all other persons that interest be mu no e ka ho enti say eno done there is a matter of using that to convince people yes and how anybody uses that to convince people no there when they do time be crown obi timi translate kanche e bit man can say so kono ankoye ni say ya mehunu e ba ne say na me pompa ya ma wan here dey na me be yom
the last question I maybe saw on part na fi movie on because it is gradually also becoming an entrenched position, an entrenched view of a section of our party people report to be a baby and come once a more. Those people who hold that view, you cannot convince them or change their mind. That who must and assume must contribute to you lose because of our candidates. And people are making a strong argument of that. How dangerous? But how dangerous is it for the party, and how do you want the party to manage such a situation?
And it is very dangerous. And let me tell you, mesum any kwan si me kwan e wo me nim die hu ametimi die aboa obi anu awakwa akwada surgical table so obi anu awakwa awoye a okobusa se Ohene okọ Baptist ana okọ Roman ansan waja we say heme obi anu okobusa so e Muslim ni ana so e Christo ni everybody wants the best anameboa eba de beboa ya me abrabo masete we want the best so I don't think that should be no in then why and the constituencies that we believe are dominated by a certain religion we lost that constituency whilst we had that candidate ebio your constituencies are names a constituency way there anye bia nipa dudu o mu ni nipa numu enua but we lost that constituency to maybe a minority a year wo. It is not about that enya nuntia because ya we and I'll tell you one we can now but the dominant force now walk anymore when you ever be anton che me tie me aduanani ye ni ayiko ne wasona otu me asunani o ya asunani ntia na asunani emra no me di me aduanani so why do you want to go that angle yankosa angle no abobuana na ye wo no still na okọ form sedania no a ogidie wo mu na ne menyepe me aduanani abibu a mechiri o ya asunani abibu a wo chiri ana meboa enti ekwan bi se yebebo ebra wo bibi ho wan we yi a bidu bribi no yebakwa ma akwa wie se obi abi ane maame ye ntafo nkwa ne bi oso mu diga na mampanyi because anu man ne chechire sitie we should be very careful we must always de bia yan hwe de ye ni asom ne de se bi me se ye wo meto so mu ni mu ena medidi mu a na meda so ti mu akwa Roman akwa Anglican akwa Pentecost akwa Baptist if you be Kobe, it doesn't mean say enuntino I am not worthy enough say be a metimi aya ade no the on cross or cross way the on sum be as way. There are people in this world nipa no bu we say wonyi nyame die eni but omukra no say we na bra boko nanim bebre ye twa mika ko China ye twa mika ko China omu ye Christopher. But everything in this country, which my country say, Mube do you see idea, honey, free. Only a free, echo Arab states, Muslim countries, echo Gia home, echo Gia new horse wefe. Some Christo, onye Christo ni, ebi Muslims. Echo Dubai, any Muslim country, cat any Muslim country. I don't think say anybody can strongly convince me. Say it's because of that. ɛno nti ne yɛntimi ani nkonim elections na yɛkɔ yɛ nim ɛnyɛ no ntia then this is what would have happened for me ebi yɛ no ntia kame yɛ nipa bɛ mpim du MP ameto aba no ebi ankomo to maame no mo tutia me candidate ne dia anke bi ebe mmehu say
okay, so the 10,000 who refused to vote in your constituency senkomba to ma unya 39,000
yes
enanka unya 49,000
kaminya 29,000 se bi anka minya me 39,000 no and be a presidential no kra so tiba from be 29.
Then you say
then I would have
for those who constituency into the candidate
eno money ade
eye Muslim to ma ankoto
that is the
way the oma meto ama I have taken time of going through this, and last time I checked, I realized Reverend in team for your constituency, but about now in vote to Seneno.
Reverend
or your soft.
But we lost Sunyani East
and West.
East, Miami of us. We lost that seat to Said Mubarak,
a Muslim.
As in Central, we lost that seat to a Muslim.
Central, yeah, Mijuma.
And let us know, yeah, at the Kodie, rather than say the idea ye sooner in Yanuano, every man will play a certain critical role into the bay. And if you go when you Padudria, you where a party in the meaning and will be added and one don't be. But why we now use as a criteria but I don't see that as a reflection in the results that happened in the 2024 elections. I don't, unless I don't think so, and that is why I say yenya botrena yema 15 no so nyeden emeka ho so 15 ebeka ho then it can give us a clear understanding as to what may have happened
and the party management
going forward.
Mama anyo ahome meba osume ba na yekọ parliament boya no maache
so yeba
na ho ye
nyame adom
Paul Kwabena Yando
na Oheneba on say ene exactly 1 year yenua lawyer John Kuma
yes
Ephraim
what 7th March a day after 6 March
7th March
yeah anyway
na me raho
JK
enso so nyame ahyede a odi ahye Christopher eni nyina ne se bibie mo yem
fra nyumre na me se
emano
me Facebook we are popping
67th independence celebration why at all
enti ahomache no media me sorry call ni nda no so
you went there
John Kuma de me say afisha day ebe dia kope mo se nyame no a oto ofre no ono abehu se na nipa epenasem na nipa edono na obeye nipa yie me de meka se am a beneficiary of him ne motivation ene moa sonko party ni a odo nipa odo party for oti ase odi enkenyan sonko eba amayoku a your friend no MPP mo enti media I don't think say John Kumadino will forever be forgotten by people omunya personal encounter what you say enti I think say you will ko bi so a friend John Kuma Foundation so eye bibia edibesi eho na ye nkaidum amano na media the America chire obi bia ne se o bobra bia no a bobra ebe tache nipa se ne ebe ya uni ho a nipa nyina no ebe kai se ne a uni wo mo eyeye se binya sika o na mum se John Kuma be hu na obe hoahoa no abo udin na wato wo mu no eye ade a na eye mefe because baby okodu ye no there are people who had positions our party mu a utimi kra no aben no enye yo hey yes Muslim obehwe na Muslim a wini won ho na Kristo ni nda fom obehwe na Kristo ni a wini na Muslim da fom eti me se me no me nti ase ade akoso no menti ase enti no nipa pasa no na owo party no akoma eda ne so na wadwen ye ho no nyame no a omoaye na omfaninsie na da edi akire a ye nyina no obefre ye nyina no enim se ebekọ akohwem na paradise na yaka no ye nyina ne na bom
obekobi
na me nkobi na mtie ye den Oheneba rabo ye bo nyina no se ye benya na nya sanka mate asim
obekọ heaven
me say se nya heaven a se ge nyina ya te asim o
ka wate asidie mbem
ade amu ye
hwamo
heaven no na twitwa ni ba kwa mu ama barrier saba betom etiro ye nim se nyame ebe hye ye den madan kwa ma
ye wo ye nyina achi
me say
senye heavy ka ba bi fufu bia ka ho
enke west re na heavy no the when kwata so ye na atwon o ti ase enti no be de nyame no amoaye ti ene Oheneba mesre se ye nyina no kai no cause no ye nipa papa o ye nipa o wa akoma pama osunama yoko me de me gidi pa se jonkuma ti ase a otena ho a enkankunimdi be MPP for there.
I have said several times we might have lost the election, but the quantum of votes we lost in the Ashanti region, Ebian Kenya, sir.
Not just no, I prepare
because I knew what he was doing with the regional research officer and the constituency research officers.
Enye adekitwa. Na mi nua akwasi kunadu susu de me de mi huna na mani age especially chairman NS Koku aje wo penasemu na enye mi nwanwa senior openase because ono na oni no adilia na nipa bia so no dia wo ye bia no nkrofo a wo nche na moma ye hunu yie pa na oye ni papa ba ni de ya wo unse o tasty power kakra bi o o di ase
injury time
deputy minister for natural lands o di ase aho hye ni ese you free horse ano ti ni de ya sin ye nyina ya de but sa 9th parliament we say ni o ma mo what yes gracia gracia abadia enkofu egufie bi o manu mu twa wo no yes gracia papa yes gracia dia me kakra ne se
munye deputy ministers munye
yenye yes gracia MPs ni yes gracia ministers ni yes gracia dia ni yes gracia Oheneba
mujina nya significant anasa munye kora
yenye yes gracia
and they are different.
You see, that is the problem. I think that we need to address that. When we call Parliament, we were there on the 6th of January 2021. Yes, so I mean, Mr. Timejumano, 7th January 2021. As I said, Mr. Timejumano, I'm a call on the 6th of January 2025.
Yes.
When I get you about increment be a public servant, civil servant, receive be an OBN Parliament on your be.
Mentasi.
Also, any aqua salary increment 10%.
Yeah.
Affecting.
Now what?
Affecting parliamentarians.
They be affecting. Yeah, budget to best start here 3 years salary in the public sector workers and civil servants money and they in being from my. And only at the end. It is a breast near ready self you betray amawa. Then we calculate that back pay no. Okay, I say so over him woman penny for a pencil. And I'll say that. Then we are no more nurse for money at the end of my brother. So we are no more to Takurula S money at the almost a back pay aba and half an S gracia.
Okay, so Aketiano near Boabuano as a biantumu kakra.
Aketiano na benya no and no naya ni ye can come to Munia do the amawa. Yes, yes, gracia.
Sir,
ask anybody.
Honestly,
you see, I am. I am
lost on this.
Let me tell you. Me say ask anybody, and I can show you my pay slip from January of 2021 up to December of 2024.
There hasn't been any increment.
There hasn't been any increment. The only increment I have 6 months. I'm going to deputy minister. That means Ghana account 600 Ghana cedis. Me say 600 Ghana cedis.
you became a deputy minister.
I am telling you.
Sika yedika wakatua ho na we as MP no
600 Ghana cedis. Me nua no bi kura nya bi.
No,
that is how it is. Do you know why? Because you see why? You see, never be na make and nya abotra. You be pray and one never be mu. And do you know why I ain't minka? Because we are afraid to say it. As he say, once I walk up, be put on the bias on one to Abamount. They know your face even more than the president because on the bia. And people feel say you are a few privileged few. Ma obinti no maimu na de enka nchen say ye to akatwemu ade atwen emoni ade ebia afia na mfie mienu achi no
zenka ya to akatwemu
e ma da
ya chi teacher for mo ntwen why wadwuma nyina obekọ pension no ni akatwetiri nyina ade aboma ma mo as gracia
what busa asem no eye salary
na emzo wo kwa so e
ebi na to ye nuanu mienu omokoye no ye ko rajon kuma minua pen me ne ko pokwai no em senior no school prefect o he was an orator no what French side
ka French
John no ye be makran bia no ana school prefects MS speeches ye be school MS speeches but start be a whole page French. Yes, the day he died Yawada.
Yeah,
the Friday that's I was among 4 individuals who could identify the body was 37 for postmortem. Yes. And I still remember the feast. And that's what that table so I was saying.
He was laughing.
Yes. I still remember the feast. If we answer the call funeral home, we were only 2. And Adjo. Enim yawenim kumewu honorable Ernest yawenim menini mienu.
So who was it to you?
Ewi ansa na me kwa akusi no ne fie Ernest ansa na me kwa so me driver free amasama abesina kofi ye nam kwa so ye ko idu baby e bobu mu kwan bisa wana kani mo ye dududu nyunu asama me ka abusa enim. But that is how life is. That is how life is. You never call dako. What do I say? But I'm not because a giant nambiano so no enche.
A giant nam.
Yes, a giant. A hint him. And everybody has a purpose in this world. Maybe I won't say, but the obo no ne de otiase. The obo ni pano otiase. So once it is done, for me it is done. And the woman I never hear is we learn from what has happened. Any panel brand or boy and we are commending that and probably replicate that.
What have we missed in him?
Me as a person there, I was say he was my brother. Said John. Oh, it's me for you saying that. Ebi amrena na oyenya asafa be de che no bisa. Enya magic akra bi na ne mo mfa na mo ntimi fa nkoye adwuma. He was because media me no me senior no me in the cool school he was a different person. So he tells us that what he did right is what we must also emulate. And no any issue but see it now not there be a bema ne ya to consumers. One week I will not even recognize the good in him. I was here be man for what they say because there be a bema why they were boto. What they say we must remember him, maybe even enjoy. Knowing very well so but yeah idea assessor was way and then I'm here to friends or man whom we must be glad for that. For us who believe in heaven, so be able to do my baby we are so work at your party mount of course
heaven no
yes after 105 years
we've been 105 years
yes I know I'm near I can do or 10 extra but I'm feeling them in me kwa na me ko
so be heaven
yes
oh
of course
we be not the same community
but heaven by grace just by your hard work and deeds. By grace, and also count. Now, Papa, you can't say. That is how it's supposed to be. That is it. But the point should be made. But same.
So
it is not as Garcia.
Back to your way. No, I love that conversation. That the angle I want to introduce into our conversation.
That is what it is. ɔhene me say
ejala motra ma manfo bo mutiri so na esgracia o sika ya tamama wo mu ama obi kwa da campaign say ɔwene a obetwa esgracia
ɔhene you ask that person
and which I know Ghana need be to aba man because of asem na wo kai no
ɔhene wahu ɛna because why we bedroom we be no yeah me politics no any I this agro no because my country is me I'm not a politician I play in the space of politics so they say I play in the space
play within the space.
Politics is an institution of society. There are about 6 institutions. Here were health, marriage, religion, and money. And the politics is one of those institutions of society. The political institution of society. Your educational institution or marriage institution or health institution or entertainment institution or I play in one of those. Omo plays in the religious institution. One way a church often plays in the educational institution. Money. One person can play dual role in dual institutions money and that is how it is. Ask that person now can't ask him man penny and no abese and now parliament no yet to naketu emu da ask any parliamentarian and I'll be glad any animal or more and this ask any of them say in fear 9 no yet in a parliament demo the number of times that you to a ketchum it be 21%, 15%, 4%, 30% at that same year. The last one cried 2 was I think about 21% or so. All of those incrementals now about a fibiano. Ask yourself, say, parliamentarian Ben and the pay slip, I could just also. Ask that question. Onim, Sakatian Tumuna when you say your ponqua and access Kranwa. Finance forecast him say a money in hand today is worth twice that amount of money tomorrow. Lost income any penny and nobody talks about that. But look what come say answer and ameboa say jina so be MP money hade. But now you be your paphobia so senaketua. Anybody who comes to occupy that seat will require some to let us be candid and face some of these discussions. Now you have evidence in 20 who say it here. We are not saying it so as to justify, but that is what it is. The amount of money I received in January 2021 is the same amount of money I received for all the 48 months. All the 48 months except the 6 months in each tour.
And I say 600
Ghana cedis never come.
Obeye 6 deputy minister 600 cedis they can waketu na 600
Ghana cedis. Why must we lie about those ones?
And you didn't this if we could double salary. Because they don't come with that.
But just say,
as ministers, Nessa.
I saw okay.
And you have right to information and anybody at all can go and request for that. Maybe probably somebody will tell you say yeah. But I'm telling you say that is what it is. And so say yaketian tumukra on the average. On the average in the last 4 years, so yaketian tumua. 1 year you'll be looking at almost about 17 to 18% and 19. Multiply that by Obia Sebi the fancy MP Akatia AM Pimadun. Then multiply 19% no. Multiply 19% on a monthly basis. They can Akatia. I didn't care saying. They do tembia. I can confidently tell you, and I'll say it. If in Saukas oh yes sir monthly incrementals ne krana won san kanoa. Yes salary arrest na. E be the quantum look almost say try to go. Because you came to say yes Anieka. Of course, yes. So it is not as gracia. We must be very candid. It is salary arrears. Because me may receive any increment in my salary. That one I can say.
Arrears and you can't boom the amount.
Then on the bonny woman but because I say most often than not, and I win him. What is the arrangement for salary increment? No, I was in Kaswinyan. I was saying that negotiation, the maximum should be done in probably maybe 6 months into your tenure now buying so that not cost harmony. But we have because of the distortions that would occur. And no money at the interim. Oh, we have said even the government doesn't even get the time to do those incrementals for those cohort of money at to be here. Now, if you know, and no the amount, because it comes at your terminal ending, you categorize that as an esgracia, a day mouse if I could but no.
Na abena. Papa John Mahama de campaign. Mama Buntia Mekasa.
We've always said this. Man, this is not the first time I'm engaging in this. It is not the first time I've engaged in this discussion. It is even not the last time we probably would engage in this discussion, and even to the extent of as it be the car loan,
yeah.
Or you know what? Wontumi.
He said the mama Land Cruiser back pick up back.
What I say?
China Martino.
It no be some yam this will be sa. Obiama will be asa. Missy Akosicron in Cabaya Mede. See about talk near Tregu home. Mention of constituency. Near the seal for the office. On him come in, have me home in Rebeam. When my decodintia. And you're the service cano. So, Missa, yeah, the tie you and yam may. The head gasket is she and yam measure. Boso mesu anane servicing period you don't know Toyota akwa the institution of the state
will take care of
that. Or you know what I say? What's more if you been Duri Wale what's more if you Tamale Central, what's more if you Hoho Ketunov, what's more if you Swaman Swamran on Mekawa Semau Sabusma about managing Tiade and our managing Tiade. Good. Nipania many be. So the person would ask, say, Mira, I won't offer me Juma. Timaso say, Jinamechi, Namin from my catchy and be Enquaji Busia. Namin fan talk and find me Juma. Muslims are me and Tom Petroleum local service, me and my family driver. The head gaskets here, machine. There are government cars in this country, and the head gaskets in it. Me see mechanic shop for 6 months. Me work and yeah, the see. Mechanic shop for be a 6 solid good months.
Terminal, yeah, battery now. Terminal.
Headmaster say okruma sabi abayin toka amomo.
Yeah.
Ye hu say abayin toka say HMS schools. Ye hu na beza phone you suka ni bi. Ye hu no.
Timomo de no. Eye makatua na modi no kwaje bosia.
Kwaje bosia.
Na wa watua.
Na watua afi wakatua ni mu. Na abayin na di agina mu na di ama wo. Ya ma loan for wo banka. Onkoma wo employer ensign.
Onim say car loan.
Why?
Obiara nim say a loan bosia. But to some people, sika about time mama say jokoto car.
Na dey tell you go afa car loan. E dey tell that so say loan. Wa kra wo ka no. How do you go nipa no? I
think the have a strong PR for yourselves.
Let us be candid. Me say what smart.
You anybody be time wunu and a bit more of a bed because they think money is free.
Let me ask you, it is a nipa ni every atuma constituency. Ofi constituency akon kan no. Obey den. We can say I say bit my for VIP dey akon, no problem. Na the case can for VIP in fanko. We do certain things on home. Afobon se bedroom be no. Oh say me kan say kanena MPs no be any idinachi ADC when the police need idinachi. What happened? Yini anomba ku konya akwanhia wu e wo ne fie money ade. Everybody in this country advocated say they need protection and ameboa. Yeah. But should it have happened, protection need the kind by and sana. Take it from me. And then the omu come see more masra phone for 2 years omu more mo buy. Onko headmaster fear. Say security man tiano. MC security man ento mu fear. But I've told you say me soya no pa kobo obi punu no pa. Say me call house to house on top and farmer minima buy. Niamwa ni enfam puntumra because you know nim. Everything about you be no money at the end. The person feels that oh the whole be some money at the end. That is what we do. But I need biano. The any send city any day. We must be bold enough to say send sanity. Regardless of how long maybe be a chai and kai and money at the end. We've contained that because I mean society and life must move on. But we must also be bold to say you can and confront it head on. While say car loan so a bar.
Paul, ready.
Me. Oh, Debbie. Me there, I've had opportunity to live with Honorable Maso Kufujuma. What you say? For MP for 8 years.
Yeah.
And so, Ochre Minyama Bibiri say, I didn't say that yet. That be sunny to see a crowd because I regret it. What you say? And some of the things, you know, I not a pepano. Sa opepano anywhere. Emma dia wo peno kra no me kan say senya opepa na di wanimu a enka dia wo ye no kra no wo bejai is that same okay
me kai say somewhere October September I said it here say I am taking interest in some MPs projects, which Kwesi,
yes,
and Admaku Mensa,
yes,
I had deliberately took interest in whatever they do.
Yes.
Omurua Parliament,
yes,
and then yeah, primaries,
yes,
and I'm a day also a chan ujabe,
yes,
Bekwai, Ralph, and Dapa. Ebeka ho and it's nyako enough nyako de amfa I didn't jam enough or no dey. So I deliberately be part of the omuye bia. Question to you just what you want to make mintimi siro ma dey. When I deliberately decided say I'll be part of the omuye bia, whatever going on constituency or more parliament, their publicity, many people who do more. When you get closer to them, you will feel for them.
yes,
You will feel for them. But you create a around them as he say, say, Omunyaska comes Seska from into Ubusani Bia. Tuesday I was with Dapa.
Black Chinese.
Yes, sir, from Black Chinese.
No, I'm friends. Now,
and so toy, the constituency, about 30 schools
go to Kumawu. Kumawu said the same.
Schools 30. Obi akwa parliament after we did 2 months.
Yes.
About 30 schools, one community there. And no, about half of the community. Swap.
hey,
yes, that's it.
Nakati 15,000 to 20,000. And when you are with Kwame, the calls he receives a day.
I know my kind man. 6:28 a.m.
80% a request. And so I think we should consciously discuss the MPs. Now, atade bia ye de ahye mo no. Mo yasakwa mo babua enipa no bebe because ebinum dimirika ba hono mo a they don't know what it is in there. Obedu hono mo why frustrated.
There are people who regretted entering that.
and Oheneba, I was say ye kama ne e mankofo eti ase. Hwɛ da bia me boche ma Wontumi din a anasa me kana asema. Eya na nipa ne bebre ntimase. Chema Wontumi na ama party aya akono. What is going on in this region, you know? And yes, I know cause other regions too. Now some was other colleagues, 16 regional directors of communication. They are all envious of me. But now they were there now with me a year near Massa. I'm saying because I have an able chairman. And one more pray. Yenya bibia ma wamu no medi regional chairman no. Wamu ba. And now halfway. Ashanti region ombehu ne say sana Wontumi oya de papa chama Wontumi me say ye be fin rough ebia no wokoye national chairman yi ena obehwe say because say we di regional chairman da no obenya sa experience no na wodi aboa ni colleagues regional chairman etimi I will move heaven on earth. Said dia me biara. Me ya manako. Because you see you know. Yan kofa obi. On the regional chairman da. Now was to pretend over regional chairman. Nemo among them. Me I not believe in people who have risen through the ranks. Ama umabedru baby well. Utam nipa no akosi sro ho a. Onfa de enimu. So it becomes difficult. What you say? A man for sacrifice power. Now, Kwesi Kura wa come you there. What back there? There were called back to now. What times in now?
Ebia Kwesi Bekacho. Yeah, Razak, your first time MPC. Se part no, and yet deliberate attempt to be a. In their second year, they be a public pronouncement so Omunkobiu. Your first time MPs, not even Ashanti region, I have been engaging them. I've been speaking to them. Me say, Ebinum, I communicate to their constituency executive say, Omunko Parliament in Ibiu. Because Enfonyina omu abonti omu huye no. Omu refie no. Enyesa especially ebinom oho no mu a ebinom anti real estate, ebinom ye lawyers, omaye omu adwuma bobre nyeska. Omu koye pieces amabaye parliamentarians yi draining omu rather.
Because Wontumi any public engagement apart from parliamentary, you know.
Limited.
Even so, obey business because this is also called parliament and I answer on.
Yes, you have to write to remember holding office for profit.
Your friend is saying a Juma now person.
Say conflict with Juma or
parliamentary duties now. And sign a parliament I manage Mama Naye. Mama Pine, Amanaye other businesses. Did the Okano no press sanity. I'm saying I did. I'm not trying to also steady. Now, maybe trying to
I could turn to me.
Sir, one and I met by the talk. Sir, me know why. One and I meet my own son. Who's all about time I hear to a ban. The catcher will say, you were MPC. Party no, a more resource, election day resource or move from Koya Juma. They say, Bimudi, be more funny. So, Bakaya.
Yeah.
Momudi or would they? You will walk.
You have said it a number of times.
You will walk.
Miss Otiana, what can you say?
Miss Otiana maker. Background information check around Pesami in a BA. Okay. Bakuna Boni Dean, Collins Adamako, or no so come. On one monk on a day. Mia measure that catch your more constituency, or more dream. Ah, on one count. Say the more one.
Nti ohonju munkoje
munkoje party for nkoje scan flow mo papa we dia ana onyembe ye friend say onyembe ye deputy minister no be any no ye any so cha na dey be ba say
you see ye shop politician atade bia ya hwe adako onam ho a no obi dey say ateno so we were MP minister na man for the bikebebo for no reason because they have been provoked.
Oh, yeah, they have been provoked. And now, some of them are very liberal and they are very cautious in their your friend say public utterances. Bebre omo mo twese asem ma omo ho. Bebre.
Yeah.
Bebre.
The created impression be say.
Obetima is we will see. Nti bebre o even though we sympathize with them, especially party opposition. Party opposition, the kind of normal form are there Eddie. But be brave all, no criticize some of the mouth. But no crop until the BIM be so be said. Only parliamentary in the Juma. The BR, and I think consciously, I was saying we should go back to the core detail of a parliamentary. Yes, I don't know. Parliamentary.
They should initiate the conversation themselves.
But yes, sir, you're more.
And yes, sir, press camera me.
I'm telling you, the core detail of a parliamentarian. So you are started now. I'm a man for whom the core detail of a parliamentarian. I did bet you know, Nipa even no more parliamentary. And this I'm a man of airbrok, travel from what?
Bye bye.
There be near bye bye.
I Sunana West.
Yeah, I for that's the kind of people that
somebody told me. Yes, any delegate system in free. Say ye na the constituency. Enipa 5,000. Was it between 5,000 and 10,000? And a bet to abana. The very day of Befe, the idea said obey MP no. 2 years I had to saw the Bayer Primaries or winning Sika was spending our kind. Obey to me 1,800. Ediama enipa
5,000
between 5,000 and 10,000. 10,000 per. Obey to me 1,800.
Yes. Minimum sign about no colors on the show because minimum said that day no. Never win election. No,
Sika omu too ready no. I think there should be reorientation about.
So I've seen that it is not the numbers of people.
Yes,
it's not the numbers of who come and vote. But I say what he mean. See, I'm making a certain conscious effort and take away the selection process at times and free a classified group of people. Even Mr. Parkas and Obian to be
because
so the same problem.
All card bear maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times. Forget the Kwabri is delegates say 1,004 so
1,004
me so the 1,004 no kwabi is over 100,000 voters men could do 20,000 so many baby in Japan. I can still tell you about betana be the same thing because and maybe it would even be worse.
Because honorable mention one constituency
to be worse.
Constituency back kay mani for 20,000 to aba that first parliamentary promise now but candidates minu sika omutua no obi abenya 2,000 for 20,000 obi abenya 2,000
so that so with it ka unim de kebesi on say wo ka bia nipa na kakra bi afu say afu ba betena ba nipa 20,000 kura to aba so we should be very careful
na abufuo na more
so we should be very and it will not end up with every single and now mo hene assuming 20,000 for say e yo chocho mucho our party mukra na but I can't see na woko the other person will feed into that me pa brama bre but nobody e bi kwa ni say ni pass mercy kwa bi kwa ntem person anymore but back can na man get party ba na woko for 20,000 it will bring the same thing when me say ya we e wo yentem pay so a e wo niema yeti ho a would end up with a greater problem on our hand. I mean, we are all politicians. Party mean as a politics, and we practice some major money at it. And is before Kobe. In
2014-16.
I'm going to call our prime minister. Why did they require? I almost have free the Omukoye anymore. We've seen. We have various types to learn from. To hear a peculiar situation, and the dynamics of it, when you want to know what she said, Yesiano. Baby, you can see a call.
Razak!
So when they make an say, it's a may kind say, the idea of win yes, easy fire.
That is the point.
Yanya careful, I did bet you know, who be a bit blaming the year and a mark account say on the my loses out 2024 election.
I don't mean you should.
And then I must say, because Omar recorded 230 cases. The another Kahumbi. Omomojun call for your for girlfriends. And the better cancer, na.
You make a cancer and no, Michelle, a one coordinator be your friend, Mr. Tamaklu, or voter or a coordinator, or your friend is Aflau. He said the same thing. Say, yen try, say, we'll move away from when the Maya lose. Because me maka me say probably recruitment am here no why e bet ma had to be
of course yeah
recruitment am here no why probably I had to be
but with good intent
but me so make am and now the so-called and the tom protocol won't even shut them for one say and see won't get you say na see tom protocol
say MP be kan kwa dia e be family
Wong, young to your boss here, who end up blaming everybody. Me see, because we be do no. It seems Obia will be become Obia can be Abi. Like almost everybody is saying something, and I'm trying to so. The penny for my MPs, for more ministers, penny for. In some more can about one can order. They have the experience. The experience is there. When you know your weaknesses, you don't bring it outside the game. You go into the room to solve it. This is a message sometimes party going for. Because party or much in Bina and Count. The Omuya, a exemplary, and Intina, a dear ambition. But Meka, and then Mekanwa, Mr. Tam, I am a make this chacham. How are you?
Okay.
Yeah, Papa, the former president, you are Jonathan Kufo, Nina Kuma, Kwame Adukufo, and no more count, escape of no. Problem I can say, they wasn't doing that. Certain no more leadership role. They try to manage the situation indoors. Memaka, Miss, and then I Parliamentary leadership role. In 1996, Oheneba. You call Parliament as a friend, as a new patriotic party. We didn't have a single leader from Ashanti region. But Yakaiti boom, we were able to manage exactly 4 years. We need power, hands down, with a greater majority in Parliament. It's no way any normal because we have a president to follow. It is saying a Mr. Man for say, young to a bossy. Young to a bossy. Young to a bossy. Young, that's me to my office will be an ocean as a Mibacon the prepper. Is it, yeah, be why you are here from your from you?
The party about
I'm still young for being share my name. But yeah, be every opera was the old director, is in so trust. Well, actually, the results has affected anybody, any council, everybody. But this result doesn't make sense.
It defies everything.
It defies everything.
So it should not be the basis.
I'm telling you, Oheneba, no spiritual leader in this country and who this result.
Me say, Omo Kekanya, a lack no munya.
No spiritual leader.
Odinphobia unu bibia.
So me adeba ko na Yenjin tum as a political party say ye share Ghana for before no mutua ye ka. Yenjin tum as a group.
Yeah.
As a group say MPP ya nye bibi ye in government.
Yeah.
And the Ghana for decided say ombeto abaiti
yeah.
But no single individual and a year way me maka the MPs were involved more than before. The party executive were involved more than before. The resource that we were talking about were involved more than before. The first time regional chairman, Ashanti regional chairman, Wanji Bibia Monoboso, Ojai Bibia Maubia more than before, we still lost the election. Because Obeka in 2020, they say, oh, Chairman Wontumi Bibia Bonoboso, and one man in the man, you vote to so etiye. Not forgetting that Tamana MP4 no. Before I say, finance messages. We were selling our own self. Time I decided say we will criticize our own party. We decided not to do it home. Make catch yourself. Now me one of the advocates and I call for the removal of Ken Oforata. But then I MPs in the meeting, make catch yourself that was a wrong forum. They could have used a better forum.
Okay, Kosi, the mighty 88.
Yes.
How do you see the responsibility on you to hold the government accountable and also spice up the energy in the party, put us on the pedestal that would take us to election 2028 and eventually win it?
I know many about JH more time and how the minority at that time Ebuayama Yejina Nkodiano it may be my area bet me be able to me in the year 2000.
Yeah.
I've watched this movie before, the 300 Spartans. It has to talk with Greek mythology and the ancient Greece period. No, there was this king that they called Xerxes. One authoritative king, Xerxes. He tried conquering the world at that time, and but there was this king called Leonidas on the 300. They had a period war, so he even defied that or match to hold Xerxes and the army. No, they sacrificed their life for mankind. Time near Kano. The onus now on us. And is we would have to sacrifice everything that we have for this country to make sure that there is accountability in governance. And secondly, also, we are not a destructive minority. We cannot be any bidder. But we would have to make our point. Because any biano so near one share near the babem. I nim says I share no. It's been tried and tested that a more mind can croconim. It is a moment banner moye that I don't know the description that they give to themselves, but they know super majority. It is interesting that a baby raising or that 64 biano, they are caught in the web. Because even in the 187 that they have, I can confidently tell you, they cannot even assemble themselves in the room. It's said say one. And 88 and in both angles, the party and also the government. So they are saying. And Niema say we must be on our toes. Stand firm. Make sure that we always give the superior arguments that we've always been giving. The tax whatever it takes. The number 88 or 187. Assuming it's 100 the crowd armor from their side that they are just about equal to our numbers. I remember in the last 4 years when I come to constituency, let me catch me say we are facing one of the greatest uphill tax in government. I been see that. They've never been a government. No what power numbers or abaimu and members of parliament yepe. They been see that. Obi obedin kunimbiano or numbers
absolute majority.
Absolute comfortable. It me buama even members of parliament ni nya kwenya timi ko mechiba. So that's a bani nuanu montiase because 137 at that time no. 138 na near at that time no. Eda wuni ho no. It means the government is totally gone. And it happened.
And especially our speaker on play so,
and yes, but the speaker was ready and willing say or boase beya whereby ni beguama ni dietimi abami that one you can't shy away from it.
That is why you are there and here.
Yes. In a nay on the majority that the NDC omo momunchi omumu mienu pepepe 180 and 1990 omodo also sene by 2 7 egus no the 3 can 1 95 omodo also sene at every point in time, as a 95 crowd with them, they can do comfortable business. That same time, that 95 now can be back in their constituency,
working to strengthen their
party. Yeah, what do I say? Yeah, but whatever it takes now, no, you'll be able to sacrifice and do that dual role. And I believe,
and they give you the space to do what.
They will never
constitutionally want to do.
You see, they will never give you the space to do that constitution. Mami can't say about they may catch on. Enra Echi. That was on the Wednesday. There was a motion about the dismissal of Yenianuma Yafaomu Ejuma America. Once the Yenianum di. Now we're talking about numbers. Yepa Mama Kofi. But Yenianum Bibi now you buy Cramon Fire Juma. So a bear yes a pamni pande. I feel to say if July, yes, I mean, I was in any money city. So we wanted to do a motion on that so that referrals can be made to a committee of parliament near him. So that I knew beyond some baby phone a bit boying. I mean, how continuously as we update even our transitional act. They say a parliamentary transitional act, your the presidential transitional act, and near me bet me I'm boying. I mean, money idea because some of these things inform how laws, any rules, any regulations be crying. It's me the ANE. So we decided to do that. About my speaker, I admit him about other people soon. My majority leader, see or arrested the motion even from being laid by the minority leader. But presidents have told us, president, actually, even when the banking issue by people were being tried, they brought a motion in my parliament. Speaker refer my committee, nobody arrested that motion. Speaker said, you lay we now want some kind, then you say it. But the majority leader decided, so arresting motion back and front. The speaker and what him right here for honorable. See how many 10 minutes now. On camera so that you make a rule. Nobody know a printed ruling in excess of about 8 pages in 10 minutes. Typed.
Hey, typed. 10 minutes not go by, no. Printed ruling. I am telling you. I was in the room. Typed. Just say no matter the argument that you intend making or them on it will not influence any decision because we are finding decision ahead of time. When that issue was raised, say who say speaker idea okay the cement a dun temo die. You cannot make such a ruling. And even make references to the argument that we've made. And can I have you see what say I call Supreme Court on the matter of the majority minority. The learned judges say they went in conclave for about 1 hour or so and came back with a ruling and quite handwritten. And when they were giving the ruling, so they make references to the
argument, vivo vicar argument that have been made on that day.
10 minutes no.
No.
No,
Many of you know. So I don't want anybody to have the impression say Supreme Court for no call back my ruling. Theirs was in handwritten. And omu making references to the argument that have been made on the day, which means omu tie and omu koye. But wait the day, there was no even reference. Under 10 minutes, no, there was no even reference to the arguments that have been made even by the minority leader. On the
page.
Yeah.
Type it.
Type it.
Apprentiaba. 10 minutes.
Me who be that? As they say no, talk to speech to text printer. So it tells you say a brave way mono. By idea. The arguments that we made, they're all out there because in the parliament, 24 hours from days of the whole year is being carried live. And people of parliamentary history, will be watching. The evidence say of all the things, it is entering into hazard. And hazard
future records
over future records.
My minister can come up briefly. Emrana Yamera Piap. Sinasha, good morning.
Good morning, Oheneba and Asiedu.
Now, I want to believe that way. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day to you too.
Let's hear for now. For suit.
Yo, Madam was sir, Mama, Equine Kakra. Honorable President is one of the most advanced.
101.3. Wontumi Radio.
From Ashanti region, and many of Kumar Razak and so New York. My intervention here, very briefly, and it's about the current delegate system here. And secret here. Now, I'm this uncle you concentrate on all this Katiano one. So, Katiano one will get it wrong. The delegate system no akwakoye ekro na ekro bi te cancer na adidinye be do summary my yemfa ye ninka so okoto aba no obi age 15,000 obi bia I no working capital obi ehunu what say na me ina me nkonkoto aba abra obi akokonkoji sei. And yeah, Mummy say, and Sana Miss Makaka Twaba. General elections, party be anyone, Obet me a Jessica, I'm more be on general elections. Ye behavior no, Poco party more, and I'm saying, Piano, and it's say, if I am possibly in Nipanica clubbing, Obiwa on T constituency of and so no, what can delegates no more. The role, as I said, they play in the party constitution and the constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Role in any panel play. And so, you will get it wrong. If who expand there participation, I was through. Mommy ended with this. NDC, Opa, Omo, Awo, or friend is saying branches, no branch via to say a police station. There were 9 members. 9. Yeah, police station, there were 5. And in terms of this, also they expanded. I say, over constituency level, constituency, members near 17, only 23. Once again, they have also beaten us in terms of numbers. That level. I say almost had to from branch level, almost had to any past 7. Almost as so able to say electoral area coordinators. And so almost a team and almost able. And I am all for say the best thing we are trying at their base in terms of the constituency, electoral area, and the polling station. But in terms of electoral one more qualified to come and vote. Emma, you ever elected your members of parliament and your party leaders, including your presidential candidate here. However, you are making sure that you have broader participation in that decision. So our party way may make it a big comeback for political power. it's going to be very difficult.
Me just next to go back. You better to our conversation. So Kwasi, what should I do? I say when we had the opportunity, baby, you been young question because you mere NDC for you. The federal film.
Anyway, the majority leader said the point. They're okay, and a majority leader. When the argument about debate of the SONA came up, and they said we are not going to use a ratio to debate SONA because it has never happened in the history of Ghana and parliamentary democracy. I practice. Even when we had 169, the difference between 169 and their numbers now, just a matter of I think about 17 or so different votes. There were 17 or 19 different votes. We never even used that, and that's my majority leader. Me and my uncle.
As a man, I'm open mind issue.
Or see, you do not exert your majority supremacy, but we are going to exert our majority supremacy.
So,
that is the level at which I sit here. But you see, we mono impetable ye crowd because the American you speak from your mind, convinced at heart to say the Okanian, and that is what it's supposed to be. And a quantity no so some can ye become. So no matter the numbers that you have. And no money at the end. And I make a channel. Zags is sent me and 300 no so anko. 300 ni bon papima copy so nyantiase ebeka ho. Although say they all lost their lives, with the exception of one person or more banechi. Ebeka, and that is why we have the 300. Although some economy 301. Or he joined them in death. But on my baku banechi. Ebe bama near DSC. We are going to do say. We are going to make sure that we are going to hold the fort for this country. Sending about 20 years and so the NDC is still bustling in the goodwill. So omu yeni mani be brea. Oka ubi a dwene maso. Oka ubi afisi chaso no debi. But by the time now be and Kebe realizes and can many man because of mine bar a book so we cannot afford they say we know they cannot do it and we must guide them in our constructive criticisms so that a bit me abu mamu imagine monaso because the nipa no nim ya na o kire no no pepa so obesua dia obehunu so they say so that is what we are going to do. The numbers aren't going to protect, although challenging it may be. Although challenging it may be, it should not even take away anything from us. But you can see, and it's bear witness, I dance that even in the 88, in the mighty minority in the crown, everything shows say we are ready and capable and equally fit. Say even making sure say whatever this country needs in terms of accountability, money at the end, we hold the NDC to it. Also in terms of say yes, we accept the alternative constantly for people to see, so that they can also buy into some way. On sanity, oh yeah, and one no better to obey. But Rebecca tells you me be the fufro. Almost if it be Tree for Life and Blue Waters. They said yeah Green Ghana project the same thing, but they just change of name. Also be one child, one tree. We have one student, one tree. Dada air cost dada, which is yielding benefit money a day. What I say, you should be acknowledging the fact say a dear way wo abua tie be shemu kinania to aso, but to turn around now and say where they are the full kra abano. It doesn't show anything. And say, oh why? Baby, how are you? And then sunny din, the account. Does it change the person that you married? It doesn't. It's a changing of names. The money at the end would ordinarily not change the import of a DNA. It doesn't change anything.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sorry. So now me will plead back on to say bejana. Enya dia me just plead. We should stop the blame games.
Of course,
we should stop the blame games. We should stop the blame games. Obia a corporate. I wadi a buy. Obia wadi oye ya. Anko yi. The same na Mr. say. Let's look at let's look at the coin before we'll just regroup.
All right.
And restructure that for the next election.
Good.
I'm telling you, the Omuye, I wish you I hope you can do a bye-bye. Any Rofia ATT or Parliamentary. Oheneba.
Paul!
Yo, Oheneba, I'm saying,
Paul Kwabnayando.
Personally, my decide say,
Paradisi candidate.
I'm a Kobe Pam. By this I men discuss party and Yema radio so most especially it's accounted for the reason why we lost. And also so can be. Intimate, baby, mission.
Oh, yando.
Me say, party ni very strong, but I believe in how a man for ehua. Womu si eba onchen. Munya munyama you. Munya munyama yi na moya bebale ko so die. What you say? Ebe etime na me pese. Obi hu wa hu se party ni wo ba onchen. Aha, eno na ma me ani da so kese. Unlike em no bi atwamu. Na je say o.
Omudi abufu ni ade.
What you say? Oh, ebe yi what? Ebe ni ma be koso.
Right. When I say, when me kwa yi. That's my poor king. Then pay for papa cause on now you go me crank. Yes, I'm telling you. It shows a yawa abenipem yare ho abenipem. Say the poor king. Usiam ye ma me no money adia. This is just 2 months. Busumi you know. And that is how it is.
Kabusumi do no bronya bakwa ba.
Akabusumi do ansa na bronya bakwa ba.
Bronya makoma so 9.
Bronya makoma konkwa 9.
Do light na. Say the petrol short to win himself.
And na meti say diesel short.
Petrol short.
But you see we will not be in a haste and also to criticize them. No. But it is not criticisms. We are telling them what they ought to do now. So say they also more yen can't show me. But when the time comes, because so we can start debating them because the president is talking. Or the budget, that is the policy document of the government. And we are going to make sure the policy now we will criticize that policy and set you on the right path. That one we are not going to share the years. But I say I say no school back the omuni sanitation area toilet kwa teacher for no name of no money bi ho na me ya dem true me come yes because we na e ade ampa so true common fund no me common fund MP share me dey see e bi dia momo a ene me koda na di na me dia momo me ozum yes say so dey radio adom eguso ye ene ma na start ye no a na ye no bi eno e beja because all of those things have been awarded on contract we are going to make sure that we pursue all of those things now can we that's what's me that's
atasapo koku o say o